Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 208. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Mark Augustiniak,
Flavatown,
Matt Sellner,
Hello.
and special guest Ben Barris.
Slayer.
The Free Cheese, the weekly video game podcast about video games, brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Slayer indeed. Ben, welcome to the party. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We're rolling out.
This is it. Ben, for the listeners at home, Slayer.
Yeah,
You saw Slayer.
I did.
And
Friday.
they were
Very good.
and very
Probably not dry.
not dry.
Not dry is the response to that, yeah.
Little rain.
Yeah.
Little rain.
It kind of fit, like rain and blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't any rain and blood. It was just straight rain.
Put it in your heart. If you close your eyes, you kind of
Yeah. Just hope for the best.
First time seeing Slayer?
Nah, third or fourth time.
Oh Christ! All right.
Yeah.
I remember walking home one day when I was like in high school, and there was a CD thrown out in the grass. I picked it up, and it was Slayer.
Do you know which one?
It had Rain of Blood on it.
It was Rain and Blood then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know the album.
The thing is, it's rain like a king when it
the
rains.
whole thing was black and had like a
Yeah.
lighter black like.
Yeah,
pentagram on it or
that's the
something.
record company. They did that. But yeah, it was Rain in Blood, not Raining. It was
Okay.
That's the album name was Rain In, and then the song is Raining. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Some trickery.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were gonna say that you were walking home and someone screamed Slayer out the window, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's
It was probably me.
probably us."
no, but I gave it a good home.
Good.
Nice.
And the
Nice.
dumpster.
No, like I still saw the CD player because I was too poor for an iPod, and I had have that with me.
iPods.
Only like one track was like kind of scratched up, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Nice.
As long as you listen to Raining Blood. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben and I did some fun shit when we were kids, screaming Slayer out the
All the
windows
time.
and
All the time.
giving the finger to cops and
Yeah.
accidentally.
Wait, what's changed?
I mean, nothing, but yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming. Favorite video game of all time?
Oh, Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
I see Joe as you're just doing this for yourself right now. He's just
No, I was because I think I texted you, not when I started to play it, but kind of halfway through.
Mhm.
When you get that click, because I had the same click in Dark Souls when like you kind of played it first, and it's like, all right, play through, and all of a sudden there's like that thing in your brain that goes off, and you're like, I'm playing the best game ever. So that's what it was like when I hit that part. I think I texted you about
I didn't
it.
exactly dive in yet. I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I just
Oh.
haven't. I'm
I knew-
pretty
that's
much the
what
only
I
one here
forgot
that
tonight.
hasn't, I guess, beat it or.
That's
played
what I
it.
forgot tonight.
What'd you forget? Did you
Physical.
platinum Bloodborne again?
I wish.
Oh.
No, if only I could. No, I forgot the physical copy for you.
Forgot. Right. That's fine.
One day.
It's all good.
Good. What else? What else do you need to know on a first podcast? What other?
When
That's it?
did you see
It's over?
Smash Mouth?
When was the first time you watched? Yeah.
When was the first time I like seen him live? Because I'd never seen
Yeah.
him live.
Oh,
that's a
well,
shame.
then you fucked up.
They kind of was. Remember that movie Rat Race?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's them at the end.
So
Oh,
I'll count that.
All right. I'll count that too.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've
Does
seen
the
them 5
opening-
times then.
Yeah, does the opening to Shrek count? Because that's like 1,000,000 times.
Oh fuck, Mark, how are you?
Fabulous.
Fan-fabulous.
Yeah. That's a word.
What makes you that?
I feel rested.
Nice.
Slept all day. Still
You-
not fixing that sleep schedule.
We lost all of our great conversation about the sleep schedule
That's
in
true, yeah.
the Great Hentai War of episode 206.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, it didn't get any better.
No, because I was playing a game and then realizing it was like 7, 8 in the morning. I'm like, oh, time went by pretty quick. I thought it was only like an hour.
All right. So because I'm not gonna tread any of the same ground for the listener and waste their time,
Yeah.
I'll waste yours.
Sure.
Clock app, bedtime. Set it for the bedtime. And when it pops up, don't ignore it and go, oh yes, thanks phone. I should go to bed right now, and then just lay there. 8
Or
hours.
Chloroform in the evening, roosters in the morning.
You have roosters?
No, but I can probably get
Can
one.
always get him.
Yeah, you can get them. They have
Rooster app.
Probably set your phone to make a rooster noise.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's not the same. Just like when your phone makes a camera noise. Why?
Because you have to, because Japanese kids run into arcades and go upskirts, so it's mandatory.
I feel like it'd be louder in Japan too.
I feel like
the
it should
flash
just
is
be.
much
It could
louder.
be any noise in the world, but why replicate a camera when it's not?
Because it is that.
but not.
It is that.
Is that really why?
It's-
it
I mean,
makes that sound though, because of the.
It's a digital
Japanese
camera.
kids?
Well, like here-
actual digital cameras would be like beep beep or whatever, but this is just like a.
That's true. Yeah, digital cameras they don't make that like classic.
Because it's that attention to detail.
Yeah.
That's what you get. Yeah, no, in America, when you flip your phone on silent, or at most of the world, flip your phone on silent, take a picture, you don't hear the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when it's unflipped, when the mute switch is not active. Japan overrides that. Doesn't matter. You can have it on silent. You can have it on do not disturb. Must play the shutter sound. Because
There's got to be a way though. I'm sure they found a way though.
I mean, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
always a way, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta,
A good jailbreak.
Yeah, you just
Can you
got to
just,
find the
like,
right
can you have
guy.
it unmute it, but turn the volume down
No.
to where like not all the way, but like quiet enough.
It
no one can hear
overrides all. It's
Just
it's
full
something
volume.
programmed
So
in there.
well, what if you bought a phone here?
Then,
then went
then
to
you're good.
Japan.
Then you're fine.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we import like.
Right.
I see a
3DSs.
market here, fellas. You just
For those arcade upskirts. But yeah, there's all sorts of weird regional shit. Like
Huh.
you
That's
know,
wild.
can't FaceTime in Saudi Arabia, so they just don't have the app.
Is there a reason? Like
Some government
government.
thing.
they don't like
Yeah.
faces?
Yeah, weird shit. Also, fun fact about Saudi Arabia: the free cheese big in Saudi Arabia back in our early days. Used to get a lot of hits. It was either someone's VPN or or we got a lot of Saudi fans. I don't know the difference.
Do you think we're misleading them? They're like free cheese.
Oh, and they
Could
might
be.
have thought
Maybe
They were
cheese
getting-
means a certain thing in their language.
it might.
Yeah.
Maybe
Weed.
but they came back. Weed. They came back quite a bit, so I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, Matthew, how you doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
J-
Yeah, just great. The Orioles won today.
It did
Again.
10-3.
Hmm.
What was it?
Yeah,
10-3.
No, it was,
No?
they got close at the end. It was
Okay.
10-6.
Were you
but
wearing
there
a
was
hat
runners
today?
on. No, I showered
Hmm.
and I didn't put the goop in the
Yeah,
No goop.
I'm not used to it without the goop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That said, I got out of the shower, looked at the time, I was like, no, fucking need it. Who am I impressing over here? Who am I impressing over here? No one.
Fair. It doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it's weird. And then this is when, like, this length right here is when you can tell that my hair doesn't match my eyebrows.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
My eyebrows don't match anything. Like not even my facial hair. My facial hair is like way blonder than my eyebrows. It's like it's just how it is.
Freak.
My pubes are naturally blue.
Oh.
Naturally.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Naturally. Cool. Well, we have a rad show. In addition to having a rad dude joining us tonight for the first time, we're going to talk about Hitman later on because we did that, and that's
That's not going anywhere.
that's a hell of a game. Weird stuff later on, show and tell. But first, Mark and I put together a little 3DS list of our favorite 3DS games on the Nintendo 3DS. So we did our top 15. By top, it's not really like top. We just kind of it's our favorites. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's hard to really kind of put anything like that in order because it's at the time that could be how you might have viewed it, but it could change whenever.
Yeah, there's people that do that
But
where
they're
they
still
do that.
favorites regardless.
It's our favorites. That's what I like about it. It's our favorite games. That's it. And they could be in any order, but these are the 15, and in the order of 15 that we decided to. So if you missed last week, go back and listen to last week's episode because our friend Matt was on the border of buying a 2DS XL. Looks like you got one there in your hands.
I do. The good old black and teal.
I want to hear a story about that. But yeah, we put together a little like, here's the 15 games you should play if your name's Matt and you're buying a 2DS. But this is our definitive, like, if you're buying one, if you've already got one, here's the things we like. So we're gonna run through those. Matt, tell me your 2DS story.
Oh, quite the interesting story. So
Lay it on me.
On a break at work, I walked down to GameStop, gave them some money, and I walked out with the 2DS. Of course, it was 10 minutes later after I heard, the 5-minute spiel about the warranty and how I should buy a
God.
protection plan. And then, got any games you want to get coming out? Nah. And he's like, and he's like looking at me like, well, what the hell are you gonna play in this new 2DS?
It's all digital.
And I'm
You should
like,
have just said it was a gift.
no,
Yeah.
I if you would have asked,
you
I would
wouldn't
have asked for
claim it.
myself. What are you gonna play? Your mom.
Get him, nerd.
It's like,
No,
I-
That would have been my revenge story of the fidget spinner story.
Oh, motherfucker. I told you about the
that-
day.
is that a camera underneath?
I don't know.
Let me
I
see.
don't know.
Yeah, they put them in the back.
Why?
I don't know. hardware design. I told you the one time I went in there and I was just browsing at Amiibo, and he asked if there's anything I wanted to He wandered to the front of the store where the Amiibo were and asked me if there's anything I wanted to pre-order. Didn't ask like, are there any Amiibo? Just said, any games coming out you're looking for?
Not even
Hey, how you doing? Just anything you want to pre-order.
Was he carrying a tablet?
No, he just had like basically tablet-sized gauges in his ears that looked fucking. They were dumb too. Like it looked like a Kingdom Hearts sword hanging out of his face.
Oh yes, the good one.
So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just glancing at Amiibo. Gave him another chance to talk about Amiibo. It was right around E3, like when they had announced some new ones. Like they could have done anything, and he went, "Oh, cool." So I don't even know how he fucking segued. And I was just like, "Yeah, no, I buy everything digitally." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, well, that's I like to have a physical copy because." In case anything ever happens to my system. And I was like, he just kept going and kept going and kept going. And I was like, dude, I'm not.
Yeah, I like it when a disc gets stuck in my system.
And then he basically told me I was wrong. And then told me I should buy digital or I should buy physical because it looks better. And I was like, dude, I like to conserve space. And I didn't even start going down. I was like,
you don't have to.
I'm surprised they didn't say, "Oh, we have the codes for the digital downloads."
That
They
would
have
that would have been perfect. You like embrace the fact that I'm in your fucking store. He's bad. I think he's newer. And I went, all right, have a good day. And I just turned around and walked away in the middle of one of his sentences.
Yeah, they really pushed that in the warranties real hard.
I was like, I'm
real
not
hard.
getting any hours unless I get these numbers.
Yeah, like they have a quote.
Yeah,
or something.
it was like right around the time of that. I just can't do it. I'm glad you got your 2DS XL.
Yeah, me too. I'm very happy with it. I actually haven't played it like too much yet, but yeah, because I messed up. So I got this fancy rebate card because of the contacts I ordered. And it was a nice chunk of change on there. I was going to use that to cover the 3DS expense and a game or two, or not buy it physically, but buy like eShop card, and then put it on, do my thing. There's a story with the eShop there later on in the day.
Oh, you fucker. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But yeah, that was my plan, but then I forgot to put the rebate card into my wallet, which is my phone case, and so at first I didn't even think I was going to get it. I was like, this is like, I just really wanted to get rid of that card today, so I don't have to worry about it. Then I was like, nah, screw it. I got a Capitalist Discover card. That's what it's there for, so I don't have to think about money.
Put it on Washington.
Yeah, like Mr. Ovechkin.
Charge it right to him.
So yeah, I got it, and then 3 games I have on there currently. I did buy Mario Golf. That was the first thing I got right away. I've already played a couple rounds of that. Very good. Download the first thing, the free part of Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. The little T-ball action. Feels like T-ball. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go further with it, just because right now there's going to be a whole rush of games coming.
When you start hitting UFOs with baseballs,
that's where it really picks up.
Okay, I'll remember that. And then lastly, like I think I said this last week, Castlevania 3.
Yeah, girl.
Little virtual console.
Isn't that nice to have a virtual console on a machine? God, you fucking pieces.
Save states.
Yeah, it was nice. I picked up right where I died at on Castlevania. That game, not Symphony of the Night.
I told you. You texted me and said you got it, and I told you to get ready. It's classic Castlevania. It's a motherfucker.
But no, it's fun. I actually got through the whole first level without I died, but I didn't do like a continue. So I feel good about that. This is the second one. There's paths in that one. I didn't realize it. I went up not thinking, and that was a clock tower. And as soon as I saw the first screen, I was like, what did I do to myself? So,
Medusa.
A little challenging there. But otherwise, those are the 3 things I've got so far. I fully plan on going back to GameStop and getting that eShop card with the...
You can buy them anywhere. You know that, right?
All right, well, whatever. I'll go to a mom and pop shop.
There you go.
With this rebate card to get like $50 in eShop money. I get Super Mario 3D Land. I think that's the next one I'm getting. Yeah. And then, I don't know. I think I'm going to...
No, I don't have the physical card of that anymore.
I think I'm going to...
My brother never got it.
Sit and wait. I know that Pocket Jockey things like...
Pocket Card Jockey.
Yeah, it's like... It's something like $8 or something like that, but it's like 30% off with rewards, the eShop thing. So... I think I'm going to get that. That's like $6 right now. It's big $2. I'm cheap. But, yeah, I have a little list that I'm going to try to get through now, and then it's going to continue to grow. And I do want to walk out of here today with one of those Castlevania games as well.
Oh, yeah. I got them. I'll get to there. Yes.
I would start with Dawn.
No problem setting it up or anything.
Oh,
Or
yeah. So
really,
this whole mess with the Nintendo account versus the Nintendo Network ID is a fucking nightmare.
Go on.
All right. It could be worse, but
it could be
as
you.
so.
It was a little confusing at first, when I first did it, because
I-
at first it was just the one, then they introduced the other, and it was like they're not the same.
So let me
But
tell you
then
my
you can-
exposure
They're
to
linked now, but
a Nintendo Network ID. When I rushed through the Wii U setup, I set one up. When I signed into Miitomo for the first time, I didn't know what happened, but somehow it got linked. And I haven't touched it again since. Now that Nintendo account, I know like the back of my hand. Log into that, no problem. This thing doesn't like that. Only my Switch likes that account. So I was trying to reset the password, and for some reason, the Nintendo's site just not very clear about how to reset that password easily.
I'm gonna write down a few keywords here that I heard Matt say.
Forgotten password.
I heard the word rushed. I heard I heard something about forgotten password.
Mm-hmm.
That's again on you, I think. So sounds like a lot of it.
But I know my password for the Nintendo account. Why can't that all just be the same? I can give me your Switch right now. I'll log into that, no problem. The Nintendo Network, I still have that temporary password. I hope I never need to use it again.
You just make all right. Anyway, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, after that, I was really mad. I was like,
How is the thing? I know you were pissed. You didn't even eat lunch.
I did. Barely.
It took
Yeah, it took me a while.
We were here for lunch because we just drive 4 seconds, and then yeah,
hell's
he,
that?
that's a fun game.
he put his lunch in the microwave to heat it up. Just never took it back
Just
out.
No,
What's the style?
it's still in there.
Still, yeah,
Yeah.
right now. Days later.
Okay.
How's the hardware? What do you think?
So the common thing I kept reading with the reviews was it felt light, but
Yeah.
this guy's fine. I think it's as heavy as the Vita I own. Wait, anyone? Yeah. I'm gonna pop that bad boy open. I really do like that screen size. I think that's
It does
perfect.
feel light compared to my
Oh, yeah,
3DS is
compared to
over
the other
there,
one that has all the
but
3D stuff built into it, but I really like
It's
it.
pretty nice.
I like the color
Huh.
scheme. It's not
The bottom
some
is
Color's
bullshit
good.
one.
huge.
A lot of people kept saying they like Japan's color better.
I do. I like Japan's color better,
You
even
li-
though it's white.
The white and
I
orange.
like the orange.
The orange, yeah, but I'd rather have black and orange
Like
because
everything feels like
Halloween.
magnified. It's weird.
I see what you mean.
Oh yeah.
See, I wish that was my problem because I was waiting on my 3DS because I got a 3DS when Two Worlds came out.
Mhm.
Link Between
Oh
Two
yeah,
Worlds.
yeah.
So I was like, well, I really want to play it. So I got it that Christmas. Barely used the 3D function. Like I was waiting for them just to make like the dumbed down
Right.
2D one, but then when they did, I was like, no, that's too dumb.
Oh, that
when it
right,
was
right,
just
This
like
feels
the
weird.
flat
Yeah,
face.
wedge of
definitely
cake.
feels better.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see why they didn't do this earlier, but this is what I wanted. Like just
Yeah.
a simple one.
Clamshell
You know what I mean?
without 3D. Yeah.
Feels good though. Feels really good. I like
Yeah.
the color on it too.
Are those ridges? Are they touchable? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
some touchable
Some
ridges.
texture.
Are they? I didn't notice that part. Oh yeah, that's cool.
You get the finger marks though.
That's okay. You carry around a little cleaning cloth with you.
And how much was that?
$149.99,
Damn.
which
Ain't bad.
is the 3DS XL. Sorry, hold on. Ready for this
There you go.
paragraph?
Yeah.
The new Nintendo 3DS XL. That's $199.99
Okay.
right now, or $199.95. Excuse me.
Can't buy the one Mark and I have. She's gone.
Oh,
Not
that's
the
the
one
one.
Mark and I have. She's gone.
Yeah.
Gone forever.
That's cool.
But no, I'm enjoying it. I think really the main event is coming.
Metroid.
Yes,
Yeah.
September, right?
Yeah, September 15th. Don't quote
And
me on that.
now I might have to buy a little preview into now or show and tell, but I might have to buy my first amiibo. It looks like.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one later.
Did you see if you pre-order that game though, you get a little Samus keychain from
In a
GameStop?
oh, okay. I knew they were doing some shit in Europe. I didn't know about
Yeah.
America.
So I'm gonna have to, because I don't really care about pre-ordering games.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
buy a game that I'll play 4 years later, but I'm thinking I'm gonna pre-order it just to get that.
Just to get the little
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
I'm real excited about that game. I think it's the next thing I'm really looking forward to because, hey, Pikmin just didn't do it for me. Let's run through real quick. Just we'll read through our final list that Mark and I kind of came up with. At number 15, Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. I kind of voted this one in there, but Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call swallows everything from the first game into the second game. Super dope. It's got every Final Fantasy song that you know and care about. Nice. And it's a cool rhythm game while also being an RPG where you get to level up your characters and play through a little story mode.
I like it. I just didn't write it because if I didn't write it, it's because I didn't actually play it.
No, yeah. That's
try to be fair about it.
No, that made sense. But yeah, I like that game a lot. I think if you like Final Fantasy and you like the music in Final Fantasy and you like rhythm, yeah. And plus you can make your all-star squad. So it
makes sense.
Yeah. I got hashtag lightning running around with hashtag cloud. I don't know why they're all hashtag. They are. And you find new characters along the way. It's just a good game. Number 14, really low on the list, but I guess that just is a testament to how great the other games are. Number 14, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D.
When I was first making a list about it, I was like, it's good, but I feel like it's a game that once you play, you don't really go back to.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so low on the list for us.
Right. So it doesn't the replay value isn't really the Master Quest is worth the replay.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that last week.
Yeah, but after that, you're like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
Some assholes at this table have never played the game through completion, so
not even the original one. Original Ocarina of
Time. I never played Ocarina all the way through. I played it, but never.
Yeah, the original 64. I never beat the 64 version.
Really?
I would always play it constantly up until the Forest Temple as an adult. Yeah. And then I'd stop for some reason. And I don't know why, but I beat Majora's Mask on 64, and then I didn't beat Ocarina until that 3D one.
Oh wow!
I mean, really, the first Zelda I beat was the last one that came out, Breath of the Wild, and beat is a loose term I would use.
It's a very loose term. Still pissed about that motherfucker.
I mean, technically, I beat it if you count Game Shark.
Game Shark. Yeah.
Just messing with everything.
Link just goes flying across Hyrule.
Yeah. Artifly.
And I think with the 3DS version, if you want to go back to it and you haven't played it, because I used to play it in high school and stuff, I go back and revisit it, and if you haven't done that and you haven't tired yourself of it, I think it's the best way to play that game probably. Outside of maybe the GameCube.
Yeah, because that also had Master Quest on it too.
Yeah. The 3DS is just really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The 3DS version looks so good. Looks really good. And I know 2DS just came out, but the 3D actually looks fucking impressive.
Just the character models are all good.
Matt mentioned this one as one he picked up, but Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. Talk about that one a bit.
It's just a very casual testing your reflexes kind of game, because it's basically just batting practice. No matter what game mode you're playing, you're hitting a ball, and depending how it could be thrown at you weird. Sometimes the ball can be invisible and it'll pop up again. They loft it, they speed it, they curve it. There's just different ways of just hitting it, and sometimes you have to aim at things. Sometimes it's just little mini games of just hitting a ball, basically.
Yeah, that game brought up a little bit of nostalgia, because that's how I warm up before every baseball game. My father in that tossed it just like that, and I was swinging it against a fence.
Oh, that's cool.
That was 20 of those, and I was good to go.
And there's something therapeutic about actually hitting it just right. The sound it makes, just right.
Yeah, seriously, that ping. That's the real life
ping. It's a good ping.
That's the real life ping. When
good
you
donger,
hit a line drive.
good little.
Now let me tell you what. That's me.
Yeah.
Didn't hear that sound a lot, but that when that sound happened, the 5 times in my life, it was the ball went far.
Yeah, if that game was Rusty's Real Deal bench warmer, that'd feel true for me. That was.
Yeah, that one's cool. And that one free to start.
Free to start, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, because the whole game is about hey, you can haggle prices with Rusty, but they'll make you feel bad for doing it.
Yeah, because you said last week
he's a single father of 5, and his shop is barely making any money because of video games or something. So he's trying to tap into the video game market to keep his
old Rusty. He looks a lot like Garfield too, which I appreciate. Looks like a sad.
Oh, he's Garfielding. Yeah.
He looks like a dollar store Garfield.
He would
toy.
be a really cool assist trophy in Smash Brothers.
All right, I could see that. Make it happen on Switch.
Yeah.
Miyamoto. Scribblenauts Unmasked. I talked about that one a little bit last week too, but if you like Scribblenauts and you like comic books, this is the one for you. If you don't like either of them, don't play it. But it's a fun. If you never played Scribblenauts, I think it's a good one to jump into, because you got a familiar license with DC. I ended up jumping back into it this week, and it's just goofy like.
Plus, I think you can can that version you can also summon Nintendo characters. Because I know the one for was there one for the Wii or
There was one for 3DS before this, Scribblenauts Unlimited.
yeah,
And
you get
that
Mario
one you could do
and
Mario
Link.
and Luigi. I tried in this one because I think when this one came out, I was like, oh, maybe I can do it, and I don't think they got the licenses again. But really, there's a lot of licensed characters anyway. So when I say a lot of licensed characters, like they got the deep cuts. Like when you read like Jeff Johns' Green Lantern Corps stuff, and you see like that guy in the background that doesn't have a fucking name. He's got a name, and he's in this goddamn game, and he's in the encyclopedia. You can call him out to come help. It's stupid
That's
how
cool.
many characters are in this game. Opening up last night, like I was scrolling through, and there's like, I think it was like 180 pages. It might even be more than that. Like it was endless.
Wow.
Really good. Witch and Hero.
Oh my god. This game.
So I'm gonna read what you wrote. Just the first part of it. Probably one of my favorite casual games for the 3DS that I can't seem to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So casual, easy to jump into,
I mean,
but
you pretty much you don't have an attack button. You just joystick run into everything, and that's how you do damage.
sure.
But you're taking damage as well, and you're trying to build up enough of like this blood gauge, so the petrified stone witch can come to life for a little bit and cast her magic, who is in the center of the stage. So you have to protect her from the enemies while collecting stuff too, so she can help you attack. So that's Witch and Hero basically, and you're trying to stop the main evil witch lady Medusa boss that turned her to stone. And that's where you are at the very end, which is just like a bullet hell at that point, endurance test. And it's infuriating because I've had this game for like 2 or 3 years now, and I still have yet. Because I mean, I haven't touched my 3DS in a while either.
Yeah.
But every time I do go into it, I'm like, all right, just got to do this thing, not get hit, I'll be fine. And no. And I really want to play the second one.
Oh yeah, they did do a second one.
Yeah, and like if you watch the trailers for it, it's very tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Like it's a very like self-aware kind of game. It's funny.
And they're easy to jump into. Like I mean, price wise, like it's not
Uh,
$6 or something.
yeah, it's
And
something,
they're
it's something under
always
$10.
they're always on sale. Whenever I click 3DS sales, it's always like Witch and
Yeah.
Hero. Yeah.
There's demos too.
We're gonna make you keep talking. Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFD.
Uh,
How you like that name?
One more time.
Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFD.
This is why I just woke up like 2 hours ago.
This is what you were playing?
This is what I was playing.
What's VFD stand for? Very fucking dude.
Very fucking dope.
Very fucking dope.
I talked about this game before, and
Yeah, I remember when you bought this.
yeah, like I have to look it up because I remember.
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna have to-
It's an RPG from Sega.
Which already. Oh yeah. Just a trademark game.
Dude, it's really good because it's not like your traditional like JRPG. Like all the classes, they're not generic. I mean, some might sound like it, but it's definitely like a nice mix of sci-fi and fantasy. But like I don't know, like it doesn't scream Fantasy Star. It's its own style. I don't know how to describe it because everything is like dystopian, but at the same time, there's like all these weird like vibrant flowers and plants growing everywhere. And
Yeah,
like,
they got a lot of them covered too.
and like the way you get into battles, it's kind of random, but not. So you have this gauge in the corner with these flashing colors, and the more you run, the more it closer it turns to red, and then you go into a fight. So it's like every few steps you get into a fight.
So I see here you have a company that hunts dragons disguised as a video game company that opened up a VR arcade as a way to find eligible combatants to help hunt dragons.
Yes, because the seventh dragon is like the most dangerous one. Apparently, it's like coming to like destroy everything. So you have to go through like this time machine to like hunt down the other 6 dragons to get their essences and make this sword called the Dragon Slayer. And
Didn't you mention at some point too that like a lot of the characters they're like analog versions of other Sega characters?
so there's nice little hints and like throwbacks to past Sega games in the details of these. So like my character, he has like basically like a jumpsuit on, like a mechanic jumpsuit, but it's all like stylish looking. He's wearing a t-shirt underneath. He has a beanie and glasses, but the glasses and the shirt are from Jet Set Radio. But he is a god hand. So I have basically a brawler, and depending on my combos, like there's different tiers. So in order to get to the other tiers, you have to do the other ones before it. So I'm doing like a big combo between turns. So eventually I'll do like this big like 5-hit combo, finish it with a headbutt, and I'm doing like 500 damage to a dragon. Well, like I have like some like ninja looking guy wearing a suit, and he's a hacker, and he dual wields guns, but he can hack enemies and make them like fight each other and stuff. And then the other guy looks like a butler, that I mean, look like a butler, but he's a duelist. So he has a deck of cards, and he does elemental attacks with different card combinations.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before. I mean, I think you guys mentioned it last week, right? This game, maybe?
At some
Because I
point,
remember Sega RPG. I remember that part. I'm just surprised I'd never heard of it before. Because looking at it right now, it's definitely got like a Phantasy Star vibe with like the first person
it's definitely
battle system.
Yeah, it's a trade mark.
Wow, I'm gonna have to get that. This looks awesome. I'm looking at it now.
And Sega.
Yeah, I mean, I love Sega.
So because I got to a part further in the game where I unlocked more characters to create with, like different races and stuff and classes, and you can have them as a backup party. So it's a 3-person party. Then on your touch screen you have another 3, and they can give you like buffs and they can debuff the enemies and they can help you do little combos together. Or you can switch the teams and have whoever playing up front. They have different combinations going on. So the game just got a lot bigger. And I was like, okay. And I made a character for you, reminded me of you in a sense. She is a
yeah.
I tried to see if there was anything lightning related.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that. But this person is a fortuner. I think that's her name.
All right.
She uses a scythe.
All right.
Her face is crazy, so I named her Hex.
Yes.
She's all like black and purple.
Oh yes.
Very curvy.
Yeah.
Just
talking about language.
Just wild face, like crazy smile, fangs. But she
fangs even.
Yeah.
There you go.
She does like this ability where like she can make somebody like either be put to sleep or make them do bleed damage, and then her other ability, she can drain them if they're under one of those ailments.
It's so stupid how just that, and I'm already on Amazon.com. Like
it sounds like something we have to buy.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
Number 9, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. This one was something that got announced for Japan, and I was sad because I figured we'd never get it, and we got it. It's a compilation of the best mini games in Rhythm Heaven plus some new ones. I mentioned last week it's WarioWare, but a rhythm game, and not with Wario, but with its own set of quirky, weird characters, and it's just a fun, silly, weird little rhythm game. Like again, like it's
a game that I wish I owned. I like.
Oh my god, buy it. There's a there's a mosquito I'm attacking. There's a little onion, and you have to pluck the beard hairs out of the onion in perfect rhythm. I don't know, like the chorus kids.
So it's like a bunch of mini games.
Bunch of mini games that are all rhythm, and they're all dumb things. Like it's just. Like, there's one where it's like, interview the wrestler, and it's just a wrestler, and like you have to time when the interviewer turns to hold the microphone to him, but it's all like...
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
It's just like the interviewer will be like, ba, 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 and you have to hit it right on the time so the wrestler can like flex and answer the question. And it's just stupid. It's dumb rhythm games. But they're WarioWare style fun.
That's
whatever.
cool.
Mark, Gotta Protectors?
Boy. It's that's another Mark game favorite. Don't know how to. I forgot what I wrote already for it. But it's basically a co-op tower defense game where you protect this princess that keeps you powered up, and you have like your typical like RPG classes. But it plays like if Dynasty Warriors was like a Nintendo game, top down,
yeah,
just crazy combos. Just
and this is
around.
Same developers of. Was it Gunstar Heroes or?
They worked on. Some of them worked on Streets of Rage.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's just a lot of them are veteran video game developers from like the Sega days and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they really tried to make this game feel like a retro game, and not for like the indie aesthetic look of like, oh, just because it's pixels, it's retro. Like it actually looks like a old school like Nintendo game. And
they did some dumb. I mean, I know it's
very charming. It's very humorous. It breaks the fourth wall a lot. It knows what kind of game it is.
Did you go to their North American website?
I went to both.
Yeah. You go to the North American website,
different art styles.
And there's 2 different art styles, so that it doesn't scare away the American audience by showing anime.
I think it would scare them away because the American art is all like realistic and gross looking, and then Japan one's all like nice and anime. And the trailers, everything about like the advertising for it was really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And yeah, it goes up to I think 4 players. And I'm not sure if everybody needs the game or not. I think that it might be 1 game download. I'm not sure, but yeah, I like that. But I'm at a point in that game where it's actually really tough and you need people.
Yeah.
So
I know. I keep telling you I'm gonna buy it, and I never do.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, here you go. There's the
yes, that's a Japanese one.
And Yeah.
Oh, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah, you kind of like hover your mouse over it, or
So you just change it by tapping it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fucking horrifying.
all right.
Pretty dope though.
But the graphics are like the
Oh yeah, the graphics are like
the in-game stuff is the actual like anime stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or kinda.
Yeah, it is. I would say it is. It's basically just like a chibi looking.
Yeah.
Japanese style.
Um,
But the main guy plays is like some
There's the
barbarian dude like
characters.
with an axe, and
Oh wow,
I forget. I think he.
ancient. No.
Yeah,
I've
because
never
like
heard of
between
that.
each match, you can equip certain abilities and perks and all that, and level them up, and
Oh wow, yeah,
all
that's
different
cool.
things.
yeah, it's.
it gets really in depth with its combat, even though it's very arcadey.
I remember you when you first got it. Like that was
Hmm.
the jam.
Like you can switch between classes, but like while you're playing the level, but that gets crazy. I'm just focusing on one person.
Fire Emblem Awakening. Talked about it last week, but really good entry point to the series. Does some cool. There's a cool story. I don't want to say any more than that.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like the art in that one. Like sometimes it's a 3D model, sometimes it's
Mhm.
really good anime, sometimes it's just sprite work. It's all over the place in that regard, but I
They
liked
should
it for
just have
that.
an anime.
I know. Like with Nintendo licensing,
They've
all
only
the
ever
properties.
done like the first one, and it was a OVA or whatever.
I would love Fire Emblem anime. That'd be the hotness. That was good. If you never played Fire Emblem, that's the good one to jump into. Super Mario 3D Land.
Self-explanatory. I
Yeah,
feel like.
I wrote if the Nintendo 64 controller was designed for Super Mario 64, then the 3DS was designed for this game, because this is like, it was the full realization of like what 3D can do for
I feel like we'll be
platforming.
saying that about Odyssey too with the Switch.
Fuck, I can't wait. Number 5, Super Smash Brothers for 3DS. You got Smash on the go again. It's kind
Smash
of
on the go.
we both kind of said the same thing in our write-ups about like it's
Yeah.
it's a good practice thing.
Yeah,
It's
like,
cool.
like if your serious matches are on a console, it's like a good like little training in between.
That's true.
Get the rust off.
Mario Kart 7 is Mario Kart 7. I said that it's an easy purchase unless you've not bought Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform.
It's the most widely accepted.
Yeah. Number 3, Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, which we both talked about, but you said that was when you got your DS.
Yeah, so I have like that edition with like it's gold and
Oh,
has the
fuck
Triforce
you.
in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I got that.
It's really
Oh
cool.
wait, no, not the DS. I thought you meant the game.
It comes with. I was kind of bummed because I thought I'm an idiot, so I thought like I was also gonna get a case for the game,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
just
just
a-
it's just a digital code.
Mm.
And it like I don't know why, but especially like Zelda, it's like it's
Yeah,
one of the
you gotta
games
have
I
that.
Because like
want.
the physical game is a gold flashy.
Yeah, exactly,
art.
exactly.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. I didn't know that.
It's a great game though.
Yeah, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's.
I actually like the spot passing with that.
Oh yeah.
Because you would fight Dark Link.
Yeah.
And
that was
it'd
cool.
be another player's link that they would upload with their items and whatnot, and then you would get different achievements trying to
Yeah.
beat them in different ways.
But this is basically like, what if we remade A Link to the Past? Whoops, we did something else instead. Like that was what they started as. It was like, we're gonna
Yeah.
remake A Link to the Past, and it was like, oh, we could just make a sequel.
I'm glad they did that though,
Yeah, totally.
because it does feel a Link to the Past-y, but
Yeah.
you're not playing through a Link to the Past again. It's a great game too, but I like that approach.
Plus, you get Link to the Past, I'm assuming, in the Virtual Console, right?
Now
Yes.
you couldn't then. Back
Yeah.
then,
All right.
couldn't dream of SNES.
Sorry,
games.
I
Yeah.
think
But no, you-
common sense.
And you need a
then.
new 3DS for
Yeah, now
Super
you can,
NES
And
Virtual
don't
Console games.
ever play the sequel to A Link Between Worlds. I'm not going to say its name, but don't play it.
Link Between Worlds.
The sequel to it is Triforce Heroes.
Oh.
You made me say it.
We
but
made him
whatever.
say it. Why isn't that on the list? Oh wait, maybe it is. Number 2, Shovel Knight. Best game of 2014. Best game of really long. That's a fantastic game.
There's a nice deer lady in it.
It's nice dearly. We'll talk more about Shovel Knight later. But number 1, Animal Crossing New Leaf. No surprise there. If you have a 3DS, you should have Animal Crossing New Leaf. Don't shake your head. Yeah, that one just. I've spent so many
It's
hours.
like I feel like if somebody was to buy a system, and it's a good first game.
Yeah.
I think just to get
Mhm.
acclimated to everything, and then you're like, all right, I want something a little more action, then I'll buy this one of these other things.
Agreed. Yeah, well, there you have it. Took longer than I expected. But that's our 3DS, our favorite 15 3DS games. I think we'll probably revisit that in a year after we see what happens with the 3DS. Because by that point, Matt will maybe have played a bit more.
That's what I was doing on my 3DS while you guys were talking. I was downloading some demos.
Smart man.
Don't do Pocket Card.
I did not remember. I was about to do it now. I remember what you said.
Mhm.
I got
Waste
the
of time.
Mega Mix and oh my god, what was the other one? Oh, Fire Emblem.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dope. I don't know. I think Fire Emblem you can carry stuff into the game, but I don't remember. One thing we didn't talk about, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time on it, but Street Pass. That's another like hidden thing on 3DS.
That was my convention best friend.
Oh my god, it's just like that is the secret best game on 3DS. Like that just made so much.
Yeah.
Just the puzzle pieces alone.
That one got the most updated too.
Yeah, they
There'd be
kept
different
with
puzzles constantly, and then they even got to the point where, hey, we know people go to conventions with this, and you're constantly trying to bring in people at the gate. Now it's just you're constantly running, and you're running the people.
Right.
One piece could be 7 pieces now.
Yeah, it gets wild at MagFest.
Yeah.
They have like their own tables specifically for
Street Pass.
Yeah.
I'll just sit wherever and be like, I'm waiting in line for something. All right.
God, I can't wait to get the PSX and get all the Street Passes.
Yes. I mean, you probably will. But there are a lot of cool games in that one, and I don't know. I liked a lot. Like anytime I went on a trip somewhere.
Racing one.
Yeah, that was one of the new ones that was good. I remember playing.
But Find Me is probably my favorite.
Find Me was really good. You get lost in that, and then there was that like tower one or whatever, where you're like haunted house.
Oh yeah, the different random rooms you can attach to it. Yeah.
Pretty good. Well, hey, why don't we jump over to Now Playing, where we talk about what we've played in the last week. Heard a little bit from Matt. I want to hear a little bit more from Matt. But first, Ben, what you been playing?
Fact's been playing a lot. I don't know if you want me to run through.
Oh, let's lay it on me.
All right, so I mentioned earlier, 100% of Dark Souls.
Congrats.
Yeah.
There's two actually, there's probably more, but both Dark Souls and Bloodborne, when I finished them, I got real emotional. It's like, I'm not coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's the end. There's no reason to go back, unless, if you play online, but it was like that for Dark Souls. Not as bad as Bloodborne,
Yeah.
but it was there. So I did that. Honestly, something else I did, I've been wanting to do this probably since I was 8, believe it or not. That game, remember I wrote an article about it, Darkseid?
Yeah.
There was this demo disc I had as a kid, Windows 95.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell happened to it, but it was like in the 90s. I don't know if you guys were really into like PC games as much, but the demo scene was just out of this world. Like just about like millions and millions of demo discs were roaming.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one demo disc that I played, and Darkseid, that's how I found out about Darkseid. The cool thing about demos in the 90s, they did this on PlayStation too. The demos were sometimes like different games.
Right. They
You know what I mean? Like different story. I mean, it's still the same story, but there were certain parts that didn't make it to the final game for whatever reason. So since then, I've always wanted to visit the demo of Darkseid 2.
Oh yeah.
And you can't. I mean, especially Windows 10. It's like, oh, well, there's Windows 10. That's it.
Yeah.
So, archive.org.
Oh,
Someone finally uploaded the demo itself.
Oh, that's fucking.
So I downloaded it. I mean, this was like a couple weeks ago, 1:00 in the morning. I'm like 5 beers in. I'm like so stoked. Double click it. Nope. It's like, what's this? And I was like, fuck. So because I have Windows 10.
And it won't run at all.
Won't run.
Yeah.
But
Yo.
someone made a Windows 3.1 emulator on DOSBox.
Yep.
Nice.
Perfect.
So it looks just like Windows 3.1.
Oh, you're
But
getting
like
into
in the
that
bottom,
weird
it's like the guy's like, I don't know. It's like a Photoshop version of 3.1. And it probably says like 420, 69 in the corner.
Yeah.
Did that, installed it, worked.
Smooth.
I mean, the demo only lasted like 15 to 20 minutes. But this
Still.
is something I've wanted to visit ever since I was 8.
Just those weird things that otherwise would be gone forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Just
whoever
a demo,
uploaded
not-
it, yeah, it's just a
not the
demo.
full game.
Well, I have the full game,
Oh, okay.
but the demo itself, it was different. Like the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay was the same, still point and click.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the beginning story part, it just like there were certain scenes that didn't make to the final game.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
hmm But
That still kind of happens now, I think.
yeah.
With some
Yeah.
demos.
They do. Yeah.
But demos aren't really too much of a thing now. It's more of just beta or like early access. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll sometimes chop a few things here
Yeah.
and there. Like when was the last time you saw like a demo, like even like a demo disc
Oh,
or like a
disc,
demo
God.
sampler? I know a
Years.
sampler would probably be a better word.
Yeah, no, I don't know about sampler, but
Mhm.
like the demo, I would probably say what Final Fantasy 15 did. Because
I remember
they had
that.
some
I remember
cool
that.
ones.
because those are exclusive just for that. That
Yeah.
wasn't even in the game.
They had pretty good ones. Nier. That was one that sold me.
That was a beta though.
No. Nier.
Oh,
Nier.
Neo. I'm thinking Neo.
Nier.
I
Yeah,
mix them up all the
sorry.
time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that really just a demo for that, or was that in the game?
That was the first section of the game.
Okay.
Not a standalone, but still, like that one
Oh,
was
yeah, I
one
mean,
where
that sold me on that game.
yeah, if
Still
I
haven't
didn't.
played it. I still love it.
Yeah.
Doom.
Oh my God, yeah.
Doom. When they came on E3 and said, "All right, we got this little demo. You should try it," and that was the best thing they probably could have ever done.
Yeah. Now it's just like, hey, it's a free trial. Play the first level, and
Oh, yeah.
if you want.
But you play
can
that
carry
first
your
level, and you're like,
saber.
"Holy shit, this is the fucking coolest thing in the world."
Yeah.
I'm pissed because I remember when they announced. When did they announce? It was like QuakeCon a few years ago when
Mhm.
they first showed that off. And I
No
was
phones,
like,
no cameras.
right,
nothing.
right.
Yeah.
And then they had that first few screenshots where everything was like fucking dumb looking. Remember? And you and I were texting each other back and forth, just like, this game looks.
Are we talking about it was like the
Was that when it was
the
yellow?
teaser video and it just showed him reloading the shotgun? And when I say show him, it just showed like some emblem on the shotgun.
No,
Was
I
it
don't,
that? You
I don't
know?
remember that.
It was like 3 seconds. And it was like, dun, dun, you know, like the.
yeah.
the
No, it
shots,
was-
though.
It was like screenshots or something when it was like yellow. Like it didn't look like Doom. The colors. It was just really like.
Oh, everybody! I do remember people were making fun of the color scheme because it was like, oh, another id Brown game. Like,
Yeah,
'cause they
yeah,
showed
yeah.
the same with Quake,
Was
and
it
then
was it the teaser for Doom 4?
No, it
Okay.
was this Doom.
Because that was like.
because that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but that like put
Yeah.
me off of it. I was like, oh yeah, it looks
Call of
kind
Doom.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at some point last year, I don't know what clicked last year, but I was like, oh, I gotta play Doom, and then I fucking Game of the Year, best of the best.
Still haven't completed it.
What?
I know the guy that has been playing Doom since the '90s.
Jesus.
Because I got a 1070 for it.
No judgments here.
Got it on PC. Got the collector's edition off Amazon for like $60.
Yeah.
Played like 4 hours of it, screaming because of how 10 out of 10 it is.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I only have a 60 hertz monitor. Like, I feel like I need the full blown experience.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking. It's basically the one monitor that Akko has. It's like the
oh
Dell
my God.
whatever because it has
Yeah.
G-Sync. So it's like I've been waiting over 15 years for this damn game. I can wait another year for a
It's
monitor.
fair.
But you know
It's
what's
fair.
going to happen? Of course, that's going to come out, and then they're going to have I don't know some
Doom 2.
other whatever. Then I'm like, oh, am I going to play it tonight? So
Yeah.
I'm convinced I'll never play it. But no, the game is a 10 out of 10. That's from what I've played.
I'm still because you are basically the closest thing I'll ever have physical form of John Romero. So the fact that
Especially
you
with my
haven't-
hair, right?
Right. Oh
Yeah.
my God. If you haven't played it, yeah, that's, yeah, Darkseid, HR Giger,
Mm-hmm.
good art. Ben did a cool write up back with like was it Sci-Fi Month or something.
It was something along the
It
lines.
was
of
one
that.
of our cover stories a while back.
Yeah.
Wrote a good chunk about that. I still never played them. I remember like I did a bunch of digging after you talked about those
Mhm.
games. I never actually dove into it.
Darkseid 1, it's going to punch you in the face.
Mm.
It's one of those games like you play it and you miss a puzzle
Mm.
and you got to start over again and the game's timed.
Oof.
But then there's also like there's this one infamous part. I think I even wrote about it. You get to this last part of the game and if you touch like a certain statue, it just zaps you and it's like, "Oh, start over." It's like,
You
"Oh,
done goofed.
all right. Cool."
Damn.
The second one's a little more forgiving, but I mean just because of the licensing things and he's dead now, I highly doubt they're going to make any kind of like
Yeah.
HD port. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
You should look into a game called Scorn.
Scorn, is that the one when it's you're in hell? No, that's Agony.
Yeah, Agony looks good.
That
too.
looks cool.
Oh, yeah,
Scorn sounds
Agony.
really familiar too.
Yeah, it's not out yet, but if you go to their website, and just look up a trailer. Like everything has like that HR.
The Giger.
Yeah.
Is that the? Because there's also another game I think I bought during the summer sale. It has a Giger look. I don't think it's called Scorn though. I'm gonna have to look it up later.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
It's like a gross cool.
Yeah, it's very Giger.
What else you been playing?
Well, me?
Yeah.
I actually, this morning, I installed this game called The Deed. It's on Steam. If you don't know about it, you won't ever know about it. It's one of those types of games.
Yeah.
Only reason why I bought it was Steam summer sale or winter sale. And
Yeah.
right before I clicked the purchase button, I browse all games and I do less than $1.
Oh yeah.
So this one, it was like one of the 50 cents kind of game. It's like an RPG maker type
Oh,
game, but it's
dope.
not an RPG
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It doesn't even look like it's an RPG maker. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool game. It doesn't take long to play it. Like I said, I beat it this morning. But
Oh,
it's one of those games you just replay it. You start out as it's a point and click adventure game, but it's like over the top.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It does look like it was made with
Yeah.
RPG Maker.
So
But
you
it's
play as this guy. It's like in the 20s when you want to inherit your family's house. It's like a big mansion.
Yeah.
So you have to kill your sister.
Cool.
So, but you have to plant the evidence to make it seem like
Your dad did it.
It's like
But-
reverse Clue.
it's like that's exactly what it is, reverse Clue. But the thing is, you can either there's no like true ending. You can make it so it's looked like a suicide. You can make it so it's just still a mystery.
Yeah.
You make
Ah.
it so the dad did it, the mom did it, the butler did it, the
The
maid did it,
Colonel
you did
Mustard
it,
did it.
Colonel Mustard did it.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog. No, no, it was really cool. Like I said, one player through alone, it takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh,
tops.
wow.
that's cool.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I became a completionist about it, so I had to get all the achievements.
All the different.
So it only took me about 3 hours to do
That's
all
super
that,
cool.
get all the endings.
That's
Yeah, it's a really
neat.
cool game. So I mean, if you're curious about it, just wait till a sale.
Yeah.
Buy it for 50 cents.
I've never thought to do that. Like,
Mhm.
just buy a random 50-cent game.
Oh, I do that way too many times.
I-
There's still games I bought during the first sale, Steam
Yeah.
sale, when I did that, and I've never even looked at them ever
Jesus.
again
Yeah, because you've had Steam for like 15 years or something now. at this
since it
point.
like came out.
Yeah, anytime I
yeah.
like log in, it's like Ben has.
15-year veteran. Or
Yeah,
something.
right.
So-
The Deed, not bad.
Mhm.
Dope. Anything else?
PUBG.
Oh,
PlayerUnknown's
okay.
Battleground?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a doozy, especially a DayZ player like myself.
So yeah, from your perspective, because you've been playing Counter-Strike forever.
1.5, I think. 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
You've been at Daisy,
Mm-hmm.
and now, so what is it like kind of going from that, like, mouse and keyboard shooter, very intense, to something like this where it's on a big grand scale? Like, how has it been?
Okay. So, I mean, the first backtrack, I used to hate shooters on PC.
Why?
Like, I'm talking like back when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't know WASD was a thing. So each time I started it up, I had to remap the controls, even though the controls are in front of me. But common sense, Ben at 8 years old, was like, I should probably make it the arrow keys. So eventually I did that all the way up to like Counter-Strike Source. It's like, I should probably do WASD from now on. So, I mean, PUBG, it's essentially the best stuff about DayZ, just not as many bugs, and it doesn't take as long to play. The rounds are I wouldn't say fairly quick, but DayZ, when I would play with JP, sometimes we would legit spend a day trying to find each other.
Oh my god.
And then we
What?
find each other,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
oh, there's a ladder, let me climb it up. Nope, just fall right through, dead. Gotta start over again.
What
It's
the fuck?
that's what DayZ is like.
Yeah, DayZ was
Yeah.
a game I always wanted to play, but just couldn't. Like,
Did that ever ship, or it's still?
It's still early access. Yeah.
All right.
Even though PUBG is also early access, but I mean,
It's
the
more
rate,
farther
yeah.
along from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
there's even console announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So-
right.
Well, DayZ also had the
That's it.
PS4 announcement.
That was
That's
way
not. That's,
back. That was,
yeah, that was like when it was like the year after the PS4 came
I
out.
think
Yeah,
that was the
real early.
same conference as PT.
Don't break
Could
my
be.
heart again.
Could be. Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
I still got it on my PS4 too.
Me too.
Me too. I'm gonna sell it.
Never
one
get
day.
rid of it. I know you sell those for a good $1 on eBay.
Yeah,
like
they,
the
that
PS4
price
deal.
dropped. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for it to go back up
Yeah.
again.
Wait for Kojima to do something, or Guillermo, or
Wait for like another Silent Hill pachinko game. And
Yeah.
then that'll rust their feathers. Yeah.
push it up a little bit. How do you do? Have you had chicken dinner yet?
I still haven't had the chicken dinner.
No chicken dinner.
Mm.
I get there's a thing now. I don't know why, but especially when I'm in the gun battles, I get way too excited, and I'll start to get like jittery.
Yeah.
So when I kill them, I hold T down and I am screaming on the top of my lungs, like
What's T do?
To talk.
it talk.
Oh,
talk
okay,
in
got
the
it.
game.
Very
Yeah.
good. You can
So-
see how much
Because I think it's like a PTSD thing from DayZ, because after like DayZ, like certain sounds like in the real world kind of like you kind of just whoa 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 whoa
A
whoa
rustle
whoa
of
whoa yeah
feathers
yeah
300
yeah.
meters away. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, so it's a very like even thinking about it, my heart beats like kind of increasing. It's one of those games because it's like is that someone? Is that someone? Is that someone? Everybody like gets down. So
Still want to play that.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You just have to have a lot of patience with it. Apparently hackers are a big deal. I haven't
Oh,
really
really?
come across that kind of issue. I don't know. I haven't really read into it recently.
Huh.
And now the whole crate ordeal.
I heard the crate and
Yeah.
keys and
I don't think that's really. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
Rocket League does
being
it.
an
It's
idiot.
fine.
Well,
keys
he
though.
Keys, yeah. You have to
He-
buy, so you get the crates and you have to buy the keys.
which is what Counter-Strike does.
Killing
Right,
floors.
right.
And I'm honestly okay with that. First,
It's
I
just
was annoyed by
cosmetics.
it, but one of the developers even stated, he was like, Counter-Strike's doing it, and it seems to be doing just fine. So then, the whole crowd,
Everyone's butthurt,
flipping
but
out about it. Yeah,
they'll buy it.
they'll get
anyway.
over it. They'll get over it. It's a really cool game. If you have the chance, definitely play it. Maybe wait for the console
This
version.
boy has it. This boy does not run great.
Yeah.
Matt's
So-
tapping on his computer for the listeners at home.
Yeah, I've played about 5 games of it. For some reason, I can run the game on like low, fine,
Mhm.
but for whatever reason, whenever I bring up the UI, like the inventory UI, it stutters for 5 seconds, going into it and out of it. And in the middle of a tense gunfight, that's no bueno.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't play it much. Every like big patch they do, maybe I'm thinking they've refined the system requirements.
Mhm.
I try to launch it again, and I have not had the best experience playing that game.
We'll just
but
have to see if there's a Roblox version.
maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what I need. I don't know. But no, I really. Besides that, I have fun playing it. Like
It is a lot of fun.
There was one game I just hid in the shed the entire time, and
Yeah.
I somehow got in like the top 20, just hiding in the shed in the middle of the circle.
But yeah, once it gets to the top 20, it gets real. Yeah, you start getting
There
sweaty.
has to be one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
if you're in
the-
a team, then it's just the last
Yeah.
team
I soloed
standing.
every time.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun playing with your friends, but
Yeah.
sometimes I do like going like the lone warrior, kind of like doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I
What's the
won't make it
highest
really
you've
far.
hit?
Oh, I was one of like the final 5. I remember that, and I was in Discord with everybody else,
Yeah.
and it was like the first time. It was probably like one of the first times I'd actually played the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand like what you're supposed to do, but essentially what everybody does is they just lay down and camp it out, and then they just wait for like the one moment when someone accidentally like gets up, and then as soon as they get up, it's just you know what I mean? Like, so it gets real intense during.
Are
the
you
last
playing
5.
first person, third person?
Third?
Yeah, I play third.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I know they started rolling out first person stuff, and now they're gonna have their own dedicated server, and yeah.
Like when I'm inside and someone else is there, sometimes I'll jump to first person,
Yeah.
just so a lot of shit's not in the way. But
A little peeking
yeah,
helps.
third person definitely helps a
He's
lot more.
got the bigger
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
brain. You know what I mean. That
They
range.
need
can see
they need
more.
a better name when they
That's
PUBG? Hell
they
no.
should have just named. Honestly, they should have just been battlegrounds.
it's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Just call it Battlegrounds.
No,
I'm the
PUBG.
same way. No,
How about a
because-
bunch of guys on a fucking island? Just call it that.
Lord of the Flies 2.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is not Battle Royale,
Yeah.
comma, site,
Yeah.
we promise. I don't know.
Yeah, just make the sequel Battle Royale 2.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never seen Battle Royale, but it does
I
bring a
have.
lot
Battle
of.
Actually,
Royale
I saw
2,
it.
colon, Player Unknown's Battleground.
Yeah.
That's the name.
There's actually 2 Battle Royale movies.
Oh, really? I thought it
Royale
was just
3,
one.
colon,
There's the
Player
live
Unknown's
action one, right? There's no anime of it, is there?
No, they're both live action.
Okay. Yeah, I've always wanted to see them.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it when they
The
came
one
out.
I have that was like region locked though, so you have to like watch
Oh,
it on
wow.
your computer and
Oh,
nice.
change the region.
That African VPN.
I think they're all on Netflix, or Battle Royale's on Netflix. It's
I
on.
checked, it wasn't on there. At least I don't think. Maybe I don't know. The Netflix they always update. Monthly.
Someone I heard said that it's on everything.
Could
now.
be.
Anywhere you want to stream it, you can stream it.
hmm
Dope. Is that everything?
Other than that, I dabbled with World of Warcraft a little bit because Faith plays it. It's because she's a teacher over the summer. She's not working, so me
Nice.
and her played a little bit, but nothing too much. I've never played it before, so figured I'd jump in. 15 years later
That's fine.
after it came out.
I,
yeah.
I was playing a
Watched that
trial like not that
recently.
long ago
Yeah.
because my friends wanted to be Worgans, so we
What?
tried that. A werewolf,
Oh, okay.
basically.
There's a lot of role playing going on,
Yeah.
like actual role playing going on in that game.
but like,
All right.
but
Now
each,
I'm listening.
but, like,
Yeah.
but like each,
Anything
like,
weird and kinky, I'm ready to go.
No, but each like character, or like, because now it's like, if you want to like play with your friends right away, you will all pick the same race, so you can play together.
Yeah.
Because you have like tutorial level, and you can't meet up until you get to like the main like
yeah.
city or whatever. So we were all just being werewolves going through, and it was like an apocalypse, just like evil werewolves just tearing down like this like steampunk gothic town. And you're like, we gotta get out of here.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it's like, oh no, one of them attacked me. Oh no, I'm a werewolf now. And then like, I have this big bastard sword. Let's do this.
You playing as werewolf?
Nah, I'm an orc.
No. Orc?
Orc.
That's a fun
Orc.
one.
Just straight up orc warrior. Like when I played, I'm really dumb with it. Like apparently you can get like a second job, whatever, like fishing or
Yeah, I
whatnot.
don't really care about that stuff.
I don't-
So,
I
like,
just-
the easiest ones is to be like the one that like gets flowers for like just different plants and
Florist.
Oh yeah, I do
and
remember
then,
seeing
like,
that
and,
one.
like skinning animals
Yeah.
or whatever. That's the easiest
Alright.
thing to do.
I just like getting an axe and just like bashing stuff up the head with it.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Dope.
Those bunny kills.
Yeah.
I do have a question to ask Ben. Do you play one of two games? The first one, Hearthstone.
No, I do
All right.
not.
Second
Great
one.
answer.
Second one, Dota.
No. Yeah.
Any
Also
MOBA.
great
Any
answer.
MOBA.
Here's
I'll
the
go with
problem.
any MOBA at this point.
Okay. I had Hearthstone installed for like the longest time, and I just never played it.
It's too late.
Because I thought it was, I don't know why, I'm dumb. I thought it was going to be something like the card games from Final Fantasy, like Triple Triad and whatnot.
No.
It's not.
No.
I played, when League of Legends first came out, I had to play it for my class, because that was like right when MOBA started to come out, and everybody was like, what the hell's a MOBA? Like kind of thing. So I played it, and I was like, this just feels like a slow Diablo. I can't get into it. So I played Heroes of the Storm for the longest time. Like the first week, I was all about it. I loved it. And then, I don't know, like after that week, like something just clicked in my head. I was like, I'm not into this. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Like I feel like every time I played, I was doing the wrong thing no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
gonna happen for
Yeah.
the first 15
And like
hours.
when you do the wrong thing, it is known.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they let you
yeah.
And
know.
they show no mercy.
And I do that, and I don't even know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I can see
Now
why
that
it's
lane
cool, though.
asshole, come join the team, mid.
We play Dota, right?
Yeah,
Because Dota, I heard, is the hardest to get into. I could be wrong, though, out of
Oh.
all of them.
I don't know, but
Probably.
it seems like it because I get yelled at a lot through the chat, and then I get mad, and then I yell back. Not
That's the best thing. So someone yelled at me, I'd be like, all right, well, fuck off. And I just leave. And like, yeah, obviously this game sucks. And it's not for me. Match is like, well, let's see what I can.
Let me clear my throat.
Joe saw it firsthand. Someone was speaking Spanish. Like all I see is Spanish.
We
Spanish,
played a game
Spanish.
together.
All I see is Spanish, 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 and then my character's name. And I know I'm not having the best game. I can just tell. And he keeps saying Spanish, 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 Zeus. And finally, I was like, speak English, motherfucker, if you're going to call me out. If we're playing in English servers, we're going to do this.
All of a sudden, like Microsoft Sam pops up. Starts
Yeah.
talking to you.
So upset. Yeah, we've learned quite a bit. Old Mr. Baseball Hacks over there.
That was in the Lost in the Great Hentai War.
It was, yeah. Fucking, God.
That's crazy.
Speaking of baseball hacks, Matt, what you been playing?
Oh, man. I feel like I played a lot, but I didn't play much. I don't know. I feel like I was very busy this week.
Yeah, I get that.
But besides the 2DS stuff, I dabbled around a little bit with that. What I said earlier was pretty much the extent of it. Like,
Sure.
I didn't.
Mario Golf. I played a little bit of Mario Golf too. It's I'm not good at those games.
It's
I don't know.
golf. Look, I'm good at golf games. So
It's more like wind simulator.
Yeah, so but it's they've always got that grid thing going on with the little dots that roll,
Yeah.
and I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm supposed to move it because they always kind
you
of
should move it.
they always start you off, and I move it a little bit.
You should move it.
Mm.
You should move
Bogey.
it.
Huh?
Bogey.
Yeah. I mean, I did well. Like I got a lot of birdies.
Yeah.
But
That game's forgiving a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, especially when you miss hit. Now, are you doing simple or the normal?
Oh, normal.
Okay.
Let it wind up
And
and,
then
then
you
time
hit
it.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not doing simple.
Cool.
I don't have time for that.
Cool. No, I mean that I haven't gotten into a lot of it yet. I played like 2 rounds in like the career mode thing they have going on.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with my me.
Oh, you're doing that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen like some gear unlocks, so like I'm sure like my stats will go up with that.
I tried to dig through and find that stuff, but I couldn't find.
I don't
yeah,
know. I can't speak much to the game right now. That's
Yeah.
the 2 rounds I played. But yeah,
It's cool though.
I am enjoying it. It is what I thought it was, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Are we gonna save Splatoon? Did everyone play Splatoon this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, play
Well-
a bit of that.
Yeah. We'll just wait.
Okay. All right. So Splatoon, there was a lot of that this week. And
Oh, that's the
then-
whole thing you played.
Huh?
I don't know. We can talk about it when.
We'll wait. All right. We'll
All
wait
right.
for Splatoon. I do have things to say about that game. But no, I started playing that little game called Shovel Knight.
Yes. Made the
And
right choice.
we recorded it.
We did record it. It's on the website. I don't know why I'm so excited, but I am so excited. Part 1's up now. Part 2 goes up. Actually, if you're listening to this live, the morning this goes up, part 2 is up right now. yeah, if you're listening, if you've made it this far in the podcast, part 2's up.
What did you play it on?
Switch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have on PS4, but I don't know. I have a feeling I might run through this game again, and when I do, I'll go ahead and rack up those trophies on the PS4 side.
When you say rack up, I don't know if you know what you need to do to get a lot of those trophies. A lot of challenges.
Is it flirt with the deer lady?
That's the platinum. That's how you get that one. Yeah.
Good.
What do you think of Shovel Knight so far? 'Cause
That
it's
Hubtown, a lot of characters in that Hubtown.
a lot of characters. Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah, you still haven't interacted with all of me. There's a lot of goofballs.
Yeah, I
in there.
just
Some
want
good
to
stuff.
play. Who needs time for power ups and upgrades
Well,
when
you
I can
love
just
you love Deer Lady.
play? That's the Shield Knight. That's the lady, right? That's the main heroess.
That's it. Yeah, there you go. Good word.
I can say words.
Wonder Woman.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I know that word too.
No, who needs Shield Knight? Why am I pursuing Shield Knight? Why is the game forcing me to go after Shield Knight when there's a lovely deer lady
It's
that
like
just
you-
walks
it's like-
around the...
It's like you didn't read the beginning or something.
I did.
Right.
I did read it at the beginning. And once again, it's on video of me reading the beginning. However, Deer Lady is still in my heart.
All right. There's
So-
more than one Deer Lady, so I don't know which one you're talking
Well,
about.
I have them all.
All right. You're
No,
harem.
but
Let me know once you beat it, and then tell me what.
on a more serious note,
Gonna
though.
gather your harem of deer ladies. Which one of you?
Salt
lovely
licks
girls?
away.
Yeah.
On a more serious note, though, game is really good. The
Yeah.
platforming, the mechanics. I need to remember there's power ups once I get them. But yeah, this game is really good, and I can see how it gets better. And it's hard, but the right kind of hard, not some tedious bullshit hard.
Yeah, it's really like just masterfully designed.
And I'm getting like that good frustrated,
Mhm.
like that frustrated, like, oh, like I did that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I misclicked right at that one frame, but I know how to beat it.
'Cause that's the
So
thing. Like, if you look at any classic game that is a true classic, like when you play through like Mario Brothers, right? It's the thing now. By now, it's been just regurgitated. But the fact that the Goombas are so similarly shaped to the mushroom. So you start 1-1 and you run forward and you hit the Goomba and you die and you go, okay, that's a bad thing. Then the mushroom comes out in the same shape and you're like, oh god, I don't know what that is. And then you accidentally hit it and you're like, oh god, I'm big. And they intentionally put the mushroom to go forward. You kind of like, they put the Goomba so you try and jump over him. You hit your head, you bump the mushroom, then you see another one, you're like, oh god, I don't know what to do. And you can't get out because it's already coming at you. Then you're like, oh, I'm big. And it's a way to like gradually teach you how to play the game. And Shovel Knight does that every frame. I mean, it's
Just
just,
very intuitive.
yeah, everything about it is just so, it's like, I don't know, the dragon laying there sleeping and he spits the bubbles out and you're like, what am I going to do with oh, I jump and I hit down. I'm okay, I got this. I got
like Scott Ryder,
this.
God bless him.
God, fuck, good on them, you know, EA. Make a fucking ridiculous, terrible, shitty Mass Effect Andromeda, but of
Well,
all
not
of that,
entirely shitty, but you know.
Matt's words. Of all of that, we still got a goddamn fucking inside joke out of it that we say literally like that's become the most popular thing that comes out of my mouth. Like top 10 vocabulary words out of my face or phrases.
Pull string rotation.
Fuck. Yeah, exactly. I got this. Anyway, 2 levels in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some way.
Did you run? I can't remember. Did you run into the Trapple King?
No, he didn't go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I tried to push him there. He wouldn't go.
That's my favorite.
We'll get him there.
Okay. Yeah, no, I very much enjoying that, and I will look forward to beating it. Hopefully, this doesn't turn into Injustice.
Oh, were we hated by the
Yeah,
end?
I don't think we will.
No, I don't think it can.
And I do applaud you because I see you on the couch grabbing things
Oh my
as I'll go
God.
buy secrets. And I'm glad you're
I'm
not
like-
yelling at me to go back.
I'm like sitting on my hands and I'm like biting my tongue and
I
it
was
sucks.
like,
'cause-
I
I
was
see it like
I was like,
I'm focused on the screen obviously, but the periffs right to my right, I see Joe. Like,
yeah. And there's little things like where I know like for the viewer's sake might not be the most entertaining video because there's parts where it's just silence, but I don't want to talk because the only thing I want to say is
yeah,
like,
and I'm terrible at
fucked up.
focusing.
I mean, sometimes it's not a bad
No,
thing.
no.
I'm gonna do
I
the
know.
AVDQ. All right, serious time.
yeah,
and just
yeah.
have the crowd shut up, aka you.
But
I'm
I'm
yeah,
glad
no,
you're enjoying it.
it's really good.
I'm excited for you to beat that one, then jump into Plague Knight, then jump into Spectre Knight.
All right, let's do it one at a time.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm still Inspector.
Spectre's the anyway, it's a fucking sequel.
Yeah, and then I was off today, and I did not go on the boat, surprisingly, today. So I actually got to stay home and play some games. One of those games.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I beat that game. We moved on.
No, you didn't beat it.
We beat it. Final boss is done. That's a beating of the game.
Gotta see the whole map. All right, go ahead.
I mean, half the map's still uncovered, but beat the game. Anyway.
Thanks, Nintendo.
I'm bleeding.
A map I am uncovering
Yes.
very slowly.
Yes.
It's a little space station called Talos 1.
Ah, you're playing Half-Life.
One day I'll get back to that game. One day I'll get over my fear of
You never
things
beat
that
Half-Life?
crawl. Let me tell you of an
I
enemy
don't mean
called
to,
the
like,
poison head
sidetrack
crab.
it, but Half-Life's one of like my top.
I know.
5.
Let me tell you about an enemy called the poison head crab.
Oh, I'm familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think I know where you're going with this. But
And
you
how I hate the spider things, and somehow I'm still playing.
You know there's been one above you to hold it.
Why did you say that?
Sorry.
That thing's the size of Rom.
Oh wow.
It's going
Anyway.
to shoot out baby spiders any second. It's
Yeah,
going to fade away into the magic.
Sorry.
It's going to make me run across the room and keep slaying it.
All right,
Great
well.
game, Bloodborne. I should get back to that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but Prey. I'm.
Pray.
So I looked at my save file today, and it says I've only played this game for 5 hours. That's not true. I've probably played this game for about 7 or 8, and I just keep dying because this game it's got that BioShock feel where like you probably should not run into every situation head on and with a shotgun. That's not the best thing to do. You should maybe sneak through a couple rooms. And I didn't expect to have to talk about this today. I thought it was going to be more of what I've played lately. But then something happened. You guys are familiar with Resident Evil 3, right? You know, the colon Nemesis, right? Remember what Nemesis did throughout the game? Just kind of,
Burst through walls?
kinda
Like
burst
the
through
Kool-Aid
walls, and like it was like a fight or flight kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
And
that going on?
Prey's, there's a enemy type called Nightmare. Dude is towering.
Yeah.
Like, real big.
Yeah,
Does every attack in the book.
Mm.
Yeah, he just pops up every now and then.
Good.
And, remember I was telling you, the leveling system, like, it's there, but, like, it does some weird things where if you keep going towards the alien side, like, the security of Talos 1 will start going against you thinking you're an alien.
Right.
And then, like, if you keep going with the human side, you don't get, like, the BioShock, like, plasmids. I remember this week.
Look at you.
No, you don't get the BioShock plasmids like fire and electric and, like, all those abilities. So I'm like, oh, well, I got some hacking abilities. Like, I feel like I'm decent enough where I'll get most things, not all of them, and I'll just start getting my fire and my electric, and I'll start becoming a badass. That thing, every few alien power-ups, he comes out to hunt you.
Fuck.
And it's real good. Like, the game,
How did you? Is it fighter? Like
it's fight or flight.
Rather, so it is that. But can you fight?
You can.
Have you successfully?
No.
Okay.
So the game does a really good job. It pops up right away and it's like, all right, the Nightmare is around. Defeat him or run. And timer. It's like Metal Gear
boy.
Solid.
Oh boy.
And yeah, like when he first pops on the screen, and the game has like a Far Cry like enemy tracker where like you can see like the little hover like go around the room, and he knows where you're at as soon as he comes in. So you just see his marker get closer and closer and closer, and then he enters the room, and you're like, oh man, this is yeah, really. Yeah, and then you just try and run and survive. And the best strategy I've found so far is to go into load into the next portion of the map where it makes you load, because there's some of those sections. It's kind of like the tunneling system in BioShock, like where you got into the thing that goes across Rapture.
Oh yeah.
You know how like it has to load those screens.
Yeah.
There's sections of Talos 1 that are like that. So I found that to be successful. You go into the next part of Talos 1, and the countdown's still going, but he's not around anymore. So I think that's a nice workaround, but I've only done that once. I don't know if it's going to work every time.
Is it randomized? Like, is it like just or is there actual certain parts of the game when it's like, oh, Nightmare's here?
I just ran into him today.
Okay.
Now, this was like last week when I saw this enemy type for the first time, but I thought it was gonna be like a scripted, like at the end of the game I'll probably see him again, like one of those setups, because my little AI is talking to me and he's like, oh, that's a weird thing, you probably shouldn't see that yet or try to avoid it. And I was like, oh well, he's in this corner of the map, I'm sure the game will make me circle around and come back. I got done that little portion and I went back to a previous part of the map. I got like a little shortcut to go back on going through the outside of the map, the flight part. So I get back to there, and there's some new enemies, and I've seen that as a recurring theme. Like, go back and visit old parts of the map, but there's new types of enemies in there. It's not all the same. So I'm fighting through that, and I get through another section, and I open a door, and he's like right fucking there, and the game's like fight or flight, and I run as fast as I can because he scared the shit out of me. Like, I was not expecting it. Once again, it wasn't the jump out of my shoes, scream like a little girl like right. happened the other day. But no, he big giant dude running after me, and I was like, oh shit, that's not good. I died the first time. Second time, I was like, we're just gonna run for the hills. I did get that little loading door. So then I got there, and he didn't come out for like 2 minutes because I had 2 minutes left on the counter. I just stayed in the corner. I had like a little explosive canister ready to throw, thinking that's going to do some real damage to him.
Yeah, so can you like kill him, or maybe
he has a health bar and
okay.
you can knock it down, but the best I've gotten is a third, and I'm throwing everything at him. I'm not conserving anything because this game, you should maybe think about not spending all your ammo on one enemy.
Makes sense.
I was throwing everything I had at him, and I was barely making dents. So this guy, he's bad news bears.
Yeah,
because I remember Nemesis. It was like after a while,
like you could be Nemesis,
can, like, knock him down.
Yeah,
but he's gonna pop up again.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. Okay. So I think I have a little workaround to get my next alien, like Neuromod installed. I think I'll go next to that loading door. Do it, have him chase, pop in the door, load, and see if he pops out again. If he does, I'm fucked. I don't know if I can continue to play this game with the character trace I was working towards. I mean, I'll keep playing.
You said you generally go balanced, right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. You might have to ramp up on one end or the other.
Yeah. Yes, the game is essentially forcing me to do that. It's like you can't continue to do this.
Can't play balanced. Yeah.
Huh. And that makes for a cool game, I think.
Yeah.
And like I was not expecting that. Like it's very easy to keep just doing all the alien powers, and this game does everything is in its power to be like, you're gonna not do this every time.
You and your friends are dead.
Yeah, Jason style, Friday 13th. But no, that's Prey. It continues to impress me. Dope. I like that. I was not expecting like a Nemesis character in this game, and I got it.
I don't think it like. Because I remember when it first got announced, I was somewhat excited because I've always wanted to play the original Prey.
Yeah.
Because like some of the dudes from Duke Nukem also worked on it, and like was Nightmare even like a known thing? Like, because after a while, I just stopped paying attention to like the info.
I thought Prey was interesting, but once again, like the first trailer showed us mimics, and I was like, yeah, the black spider things. There's no way I'm playing this game. And then, kind of funny, I don't really watch them as much anymore, but they had this hour long, the first hour of the game, and I was like, oh, I was interested, and I watched the first hour, and there was just this moment where it was like BioShock all over again. And I was like, man, I remember that feeling of exploring Rapture for the first time and playing through the game, and like I'm getting that kind of vibe. Except it's not underwater; it's in a space station. So that ultimately made me buy it on sale one day, and yeah, I really do enjoy it. Scary games aren't my favorite, and I do struggle to get through this game at times, but I'm getting there. I'm facing all my fears and dealing with the scares as they come.
Shit, I might have to check it out now.
Yeah.
After hearing that. Before I didn't really care about it, but now it's.
Yeah, I mean, I regularly see it drop down on $40 every now and then. I'm sure the next.
Is it on Steam?
Steam, yeah.
Okay.
The summer sale had it at 40. I'm assuming if you wait until the fall, once the next one probably it'll drop to 40 at some point. I think it's a great game for 60, really. But
I'm gonna add it to my wish list right now.
If you see it drop, go for it.
Nice. Well, we're gonna take a quick break in a surprising turn of events because we've been going for a little while. Packing that 3DS list kind of drug things out. Oh, take a quick break. Come back. We're here from Mark, hear from me a little bit, do a little show and tell. Sound good?
Yep.
Cool. We're back. Back to 208. Mark.
Yep.
Tell me things.
Sure. Things. Well, they're very, it's a vague thing.
Define. Can't use things to define a thing. What you been playing this week?
So, other than what I mentioned earlier, when we were talking about 3DS stuff.
Yeah.
The 7th Dragon 3, or the 3rd, I don't know how to announce it. Pronounce it.
Something.
Whatever.
7th Dragon 3.
Yeah.
Code. Very fucking
final.
dope.
Yeah.
Code Veronica.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my late night to morning last night. That's pretty good. Other than that, right before that, I was over at my friend's house, had a little like slumber party-ish type thing where we all brought over our PS4s and played a little bit of Overwatch. They had a new character named Doomfist.
All right.
It's just a guy with a big ass robot arm.
Is that the Terry Crews?
It was supposed to be.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just flying across the screen, Falcon Punch and Shoryuken stuff.
All right.
My kind of character.
Yeah.
Didn't play him though. Just played a little bit, and then
Yeah.
most of our night was spent playing Friday the 13th.
Oh, all in the same room, kind
Yeah.
of. That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
fun.
never did a LAN party.
It wasn't exactly LAN though.
I
Like
know,
we were
but-
still online because we had friends online and we were playing through like live in Florida.
Yeah.
But so like not all of us were in a group chat either because it would start echoing and then like
Oh yeah.
feedback crap. But it was good.
Yeah, but you're in the same room, having that like energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different.
It's always fun.
What was that marker for that game, me and you, Joe? What, $50?
For
Friday
Friday the 13th. 50? Is that what you said?
50, right? 50.
Fuck no. It was just on sale for like one. The game's like 40.
Yeah.
Two. No, I think we said 20.
One of you said 30. One of you
So
said
it's
20.
35.
It's at 35 right now.
So we should pull the trigger on it.
No,
I don't think you realize what I'm doing.
you just want it.
We should just get it now at this point.
I'm on the Dead by Daylight side. I love that game.
I still want to play it. It's basically the same thing.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Got it.
This guy Michael Myers though, and Halloween's my favorite.
All right.
Oh
Where-
shit!
oh,
You just
Did I,
turned.
did I hit the word of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? How much is that one?
Is it actually?
Is it $80? Because I'm in.
It's actual Michael Myers,
Oh,
and they
okay.
have
Fuck.
the level from the movie, like the little neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
Haddonfield.
Haddonfield?
Dude,
Mm.
it gets real.
Now, is that like an extra? Or
I'm
is it like
in.
default?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
wait.
DLC.
It's a DLC.
It's a DLC
Okay.
thing.
So
I can look
40,
up the
then
price
80
real quick.
for the DLC, and then
That's
that's 120.
PC?
So my price.
Yeah, maybe PS4, Xbox One too, but I have it on PC, so I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I can.
I didn't even know I had it until because my friends were playing it, and then they're like, "Dude, go buy this game." So I
Yeah.
went to the store and it
Yeah,
was
'cause,
like,
like,
"Why
I'll
can't
totally-
I click the buy?" Oh, I already have it.
I'll
Apparently, it was already
totally
gifted
Are
to
you
me
sure
from,
you're not
like, yeah.
confusing this with the Call of Duty DLC?
No, on PC, price wise, it's $20.
Fuck.
That's that sweet spot.
So that means during the sale, it's gonna be like $10,
$5.
$10.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck $10.
The thing is, if you
Damn.
want, it comes with like the base monsters. If you want
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
as the monster, if you want to play as other monsters, like Mike Myers isn't really a monster, but
Yeah.
if you want to play as him, you have to buy him.
Hmm.
And then if you want to play as like they just announced some other one too, you have to buy that one as well.
Hmm.
But that's just to play him. If you want to face against them, you don't have to buy it.
Dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a good character model too.
Take a look.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
pretty
good that's a good mask.
It's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
It's a lot of fun. And he has his special thing is the longer he stares at you, the faster he lunges at you.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, so there's times when you're running away from him and he's just doing the
It's a good
Michael
mask.
Myers stare at you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Now, can you
Yeah.
do the good old the head tilt?
Mm.
You know what? I don't know if he does a head tilt, but what he does is he looks like when he kills you, he like looks at his knife.
He does
Like,
that.
he does
Oh
it-
shit, he
yeah,
does that shit in the
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's real good.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
Amazon.
that creep shit.
Or is
Yeah,
it-
'cause, like, the cool thing about like, the
Steam.
Jason game was that, like,
Yeah.
depending on which Jason you were, like you'd have different weapons and
Mhm.
different like perks and you can unlock like different kills you have to like each person, but like they all basically have like the same abilities where
Mhm.
like you can teleport across the map or you can do like a quick like you know how Evil Dead the evil itself from like first person view.
Yeah,
kind of fast
yeah,
forward.
yeah.
You can do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Like up
That's
to somebody.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it really gets glitchy when there's a car involved because you can't run over Jason. He will stop the car and it will like break down and you have to try to fix it again. But he can grab you out of the car and then you're just fucked.
Oh wow.
And most of the time you need a battery, gasoline, and keys. But if you're a specific Jason, you can put down bear traps around the car. So if they try to put in these things and install it, they get caught in the bear trap. They're screaming. You see it on your radar. You just teleport there.
There's a monster in Dead by Daylight. He's the same exact thing. Like he'll set up traps. So it's same thing. So once you get hit, the thing pops up on the screen. Yeah.
Fuck.
But the counselors can also be dicks. Like there's a house. There can be houses with a radio. You can turn it on, and then Jason will think that's somebody in that house. When
See that?
Really, it's no one.
When I've heard people comparing Dead by Daylight to Friday the 13th, I've heard like Friday the 13th has a lot more like extra stuff in it. But gameplay wise, from what I heard, people seem to like Dead by Daylight better.
I can probably agree.
But I've never played. I've always wanted to
Friday
play.
the 13th
Friday
is
the 13th.
extremely campy, like in every way. So it's like if you love that about stuff, then like that's a good game. But if you want like a solid game, probably Dead by Daylight would be a better choice. But yeah, just a bit of that. But other than that, it's the Splatoon.
Let's talk about Splatoon. Splatoon 2. I beat the single player.
That makes me happy, but I really need to play that.
Makes me happy too.
I don't even know.
Does something
what a single player
change
is.
in Inkopolis when you do that?
No.
No.
Yeah, but no. Yeah,
but not really.
not
Don't
really.
you dare spoil the single player for
I mean-
Splatoon 2 for me. Because I will get around to it in 5 years.
You really ought to play it. It teaches you some cool mechanics along the way, which I think is neat.
Like,
It forces you to play weapons you'd otherwise never touch.
I've also convinced my friend to play it because I showed him the Sunken Scrolls from the first game.
Yeah.
And he really liked that.
Yeah.
I was like, there's lore to this game. You just got to find it.
Yeah, so that's
And-
one thing too, is like going back and trying to find them, because I missed some along the way. It's not super easy to find them all. But yeah, it was cool. Really for me, like the bosses are what made it. I kind of wish they did. I put this in our now playing article we put up, but kind of wish there were like a boss rush mode where you could just bop and play through a whole bunch of them.
I think
Even-
there should be like a co-op.
That too. Like the bosses that was the most fun part. Like the platforming gets a little stale after a while. You're just kind of like, all right, I get it. Some of the levels being forced to use a weapon that you don't like, sniper rifle, really not a good time because you're like, it's just sniper and the Gatling gun, the one you have to kind of like wind up to shoot.
Oh yeah.
Bad news. Don't enjoy it. Wouldn't recommend.
The Gatling gun's fine in the Salmon Run.
Fuck you. Are you kidding? That's the worst place for it. Oh, I hate that.
No,
there.
the one boss that's towering that shoots a beam across the level, you just unload that once and that boss is done in one clip.
That's the only good use for it. Every other enemy, I hate that. I hate
No,
that
like it's
weapon.
not my favorite,
I know.
but I do find it more useful than the splat dualies in that because it's such short range with
True.
splat dualies.
But you look cool.
I guess
You look real cool with the splat dualies, and you get to do that cool roll.
that nobody
My
uses.
neck hurts really bad. I gotta get new pillows. I don't know why I just did that.
You're not Chris Tucker.
Single player was good. I enjoyed it, and I dove in a little bit into ranked. I'm not good at that game. It's just not.
I think it depends on the level for me.
Yeah, I was good with Tower,
I
but
don't-
not
the
Rainmaker.
skate park, I am not a
The-
fan of.
Oh, belly, whatever.
Like the big curves on
the
the sides.
yeah.
and-
I'm really good at that one in regular old Turf War.
Yeah, I'm fine with turf war. I
Um,
haven't done ranked. I'm not even high enough to do ranked. I think.
Ranked is
Ranked-
fine-ish.
I think I'm like level 8.
Level 10. That's right. You need level 10.
How you like ranked?
I love ranked. I wish I wish Turf War was a thing inside ranked.
Yes.
I wish that was part of the rotation, or they did something to make that like the get your level up kind of thing besides
Right.
just the numeric one. No, I do enjoy it. This game needs something that I don't think Nintendo can offer us now at this point. I've totally given up hope on this for forever. It's a thing called in-game voice chat.
I've actually.
It's
deleted the app
weird,
from
you
my
know.
phone.
These other consoles in the year,
I
I
still
think
use
they
it.
came out 2014 that they had it. What was it? PS4, Xbox One. I think they came out 2014. I think they came out 2014 that they had it. What was it? PS4, Xbox One. 2014 that they had it. What was it? PS4, Xbox One. I think they came out 2014 that they had it. What was it? PS4, Xbox One. I think they came out 2014 that they had it. Those consoles had it, and it works quite well. PSN is its own nightmare in itself, but it works for the most part. This Nintendo voice chat's a real pain in my dick.
You're supposed to use your mouth.
Here's what I will say about voice chat on Nintendo. I believe it's their first effort, so I understand that they're gonna have some difficulty. I get that. What I don't get is why you would put it out there. Like, this is the stuff that you test
It's not even
internally.
really their first attempt. They've done this on the Wii.
I know, right? But
with Animal Crossing.
This is the stuff that you.
SNES had voice chat too, right?
Yeah.
The tablet or whatever.
I mean, that's not even fair to say this is their first attempt at it. Microsoft's first attempt at it was pretty much flawless. PSN's first attempt at it, yes, they didn't have like party chat, but they had in-game chat.
Yeah.
I could talk to my teammates in Call of Duty.
No, my point is, like, it's fine that you're gonna have some hiccups, but
Yeah.
what they released, what's in that app, is stuff that you don't release. I'm okay that it's great, that it's not great.
No, I don't want this shit on an app anymore. No, this is why I've totally given up on it. I want this thing on the console. If I have to do this goddamn splitter thing to make it work, like, fine. But I'm so tired of seeing my team run right down the middle and continue to die.
I know.
The
when my
splitter thing,
rank gets
I can
killed
totally
because of
agree.
it.
I can understand this now because I didn't think about it. The splitter, I thought, was more like, so you're on the go, right? You can talk to your friends, whatever. But you can't go on the go in the online game.
Hotspot, yo.
Who actually?
Fuck your data plan. That's what Nintendo says.
Yeah.
Drain that shit.
No way. Like, the majority of people will not do that. And then even if you do hotspot it, how good of a signal would that be?
Actually, I will fend for a hotspot in multiplayer games. Nick, my friend for Snow Hill, did it for Rainbow Six. Not bad. It's not bad at all. It's better than the satellite internet.
How long did it last?
Well,
You did that for a while.
he did it for a while. That was because AT&T fucked up.
Like, were there any matches where there's just like a slight disconnection? You had to get back on?
No, like when he had satellite internet, he would crash out of games more than he did with his LTE, and which was never.
Huh.
And like,
Did he have a good data plan?
so like this is where AT&T fucked up. He has like the unlimited one where it's like you have so many LTE gigabytes, and then
Up
after
to
that it goes to
22.
2G.
Oh, yeah.
So he had like an extensive plan that was like 30 for his family, but like the first 3 months or whatever he had it, AT&T would never throttle him. So he'd be like at 80 gigs and still rolling with LTE. So he was like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
If they're going to give it to me, I'm going to use it.
Just keep riding.
So it wasn't until like we did that for 3 months, and then like January hit, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I'm fucked for a month. Oh, we can't do this again." And that's why we really haven't really played any more internet games since then. But no, it's good, and then he's in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, and it's good.
Right.
But even still, what they've got is inexcusable. It shouldn't have hit.
All right, so I got Splatoon 1 on Wii U, played it for a few days. It was cool. Then I took it back and bought Street Fighter 5. So Splatoon 2, I know the voice chat thing. You download the app.
Yeah.
So is that what it is? You download the app and then you speak to them through the app?
Just don't even download the app. Don't waste your time.
You use Discord,
Skype.
right?
Huh?
You already use Discord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord
just
would be a
keep
better
doing
way.
that.
Yeah.
Just keep doing
That
that.
makes sense. But what if like you want to chat with the random teammates?
You can't do that anyway. No,
You're
no.
funny.
That's
So
not
there's
happening.
no like on the
Nintendo
app,
and strangers
it doesn't
are not
sync
a thing.
with the server.
So on the app itself,
You would have
here's
to add them as a friend.
right. Here's what happens with the
so
app.
all it is just a like Nintendo cord.
It's worse than that.
But that's what they're trying to do. It sounds like.
It's
They're trying to do
awful.
work. Here's ready.
Okay.
We four want to play together.
Sure.
Okay. Fuck. I don't even want to say it. I'm like, fucking.
No, I love the fact you're saying.
Fuck. We want to play together. Okay. So we have the app, and we're all friends already on our Nintendo Switches. So let's go play a game together against some other people. Ready? I'm gonna open. I'm gonna open my Switch. I'm gonna open Splatoon. I'm gonna say, play game, and I'm gonna invite you to play. I invite all three of you to play the thing. We can connect in the app to talk, but when we do that, we can't play with other people.
You only play a private match.
So if we want to have a conversation with one another and play the game together through the voice chat, we have to play a private match with just us, which
If you want to join your friends in an online game, you can't meet up in a lobby at first. You have to find a way to join them mid-game, so by the time the next game loads up a lobby, you have a chance of making it.
Or like what we've done is
It's
like
a gamble.
like we've sent text messages where we're like, hey, I'm jumping on.
Yeah.
And then literally like 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to go. You join me in a second. And then it's like one of us jumps in as we're random matchmaking with 7 other strangers. They're trying to jump into my game, try to get in. If they don't get in, they have to sit there and watch a fucking timer for 3 minutes
not
while
even
my
the game
match
he's
goes.
playing, just a timer.
Not
Because there's
spectate.
no
Just
spectator mode.
it counts
There's no
down
room
for
in
3
lobby.
minutes.
The only time I think this is kind of okay, Salmon Run actually works with like waiting for friends to join before
So-
you go.
That one does.
So I've gone ahead. I've hit the B- in one of the things. I think Splat Zones and ranked. I have seen
League.
the league. You can pair up in 2s or 4s. You can't queue into that by solo. You can only go in as a party. I think there is where like if you finally grind it and got to that,
Son of a bitch.
not us 3.
That's still
We would need a
infuriating.
4th.
Right, yeah, we would need a 4th. We
We
have to
need
get
a
Joe to
4th.
hang out.
We
It
can't
should
do
just be like
3s.
Halo 3. It's like you join up, boom, you always stay together, you're always
But
on a
Mark,
team.
this is
No,
Nintendo. That would
but
be
that's
too
the other
easy.
thing. If you do have a chance of joining up together, you're
You're not
guaranteed to be
necessarily on the same team.
You'll
That's
be-
so
And even if you are on the same team,
my head hurts.
the next match you might not be.
Yeah.
It's like they got it.
So you're
but
not
all
even
the
you're
way.
not in a party then.
No, not at all. And you're not
You
talking
just
to each
happen to
other.
be playing at the same time.
Right,
in the
that's
same
it.
I'm not even
server.
mad at the party thing. I just want voice chat because ranked is like it's only solo. There's no parties in it, and that's
Right.
fine. That's his own thing. I see what they did with that, but I can't strategize with my team, and as they do stupid things, I can't correct it.
Right, and like remember
Oh,
if
sure, you have the D-pad and you either have
Booyah!
or
right, but even if
Fuck you. God damn it, I hate that stuff.
you can't even, the only way to actually talk to people is in a private match. So the voice chat is completely no. You can't.
So what's the point of even getting the app?
That's why I said don't bother.
it's like you ordered French fries with your meal and you got French fries but they're not cooked. So it's, you got what you wanted.
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
It's
no,
like
no, no, no,
technically
no.
You got what? Okay.
No, technically you got a bag of fucking potatoes. That's what they
Yeah.
gave us.
Okay, yeah,
And they
sure.
said, "Fuck it, cut them up, motherfucker. Fuck you." That's what they said. God damn.
This game needs an update really
It's-
bad.
Mm.
See, the problem with that is explain. Okay, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
Nintendo, they like to aim for everybody,
Yeah.
all ages. Explain what you guys just told me. Tell that to like a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
or even like an 8-year-old.
You know what?
Or
Even
even
better.
a 12-year-old.
Hold on. Tell the 10-year-old that you can't talk to your friends, but if you want to draw tentacle
Yes,
porn
thank
and
you.
post that to the Inkopolis thing, go for it. If you want to do any fucking dumb meme that you want with bad language and sexual innuendo and dump that in there so all the people in the world can see it, go for it. But you can't say hi to your friend and play a fucking game together.
That's ridiculous.
It's stupid. Like there's a point where it can't be incompetence because they're better than this. We know they're better than this. They've been. I know you're making that face, but
Where
what
have they
is?
been better?
I'm not saying that they've been better in regards to voice chat, but like they know what they're doing. They know how to make a game. They know how to make a thing. They know how to make to.
I mean, Mario Kart's fine online,
It's
in my opinion.
right.
You
Yeah,
can't,
yeah.
you can't join one another. You can't party and go online. There's no party system there either.
I thought we could.
Or is it a join thing again? I can't remember.
I thought we could, and then race
thought-
other people.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. We're there and then we go in. I think it works okay.
I thought it was just private again.
No, because we definitely go.
We can test it out.
Yeah, but we've gone online. But it just
That's crazy, man.
It's weird. It just
That makes my head spin.
And it's
Actually,
I don't know if it's that like if it's a thing of them being like, okay, we need to make sure that like kids can't get molested. Like if that's what their whole end game is and that's what's driving this, then I feel like if kids are gonna get molested, they're gonna get molested.
Sure, there's a
somehow.
better way. I mean, I'm sure. Well, like, there's already workarounds, kind of. There's
Discord.
Discord,
Using
like,
something
to-
that's
to
not
at least
on the thing.
talk.
But even then
it's the rank thing. Like there's no way for me to know.
yeah, because
So,
ranked
like-
you're randomly joined with random
And that's
strangers.
that's just the nature of the mode. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean
Yeah.
that it's like a solo ranked, solo standard ranked of Rocket League. Like it's supposed to be one person matching up with randos and then doing ranked competitive play. But like at least with Rocket League, like I can hit L1 and be like, all right guys, let's like center. Like I can say what my next move is. Splatoon, I've seen so many people just go right down the middle lane and just continue dying to the same thing.
Rocket League, if you hold an L1, does only your team hear you?
Yes.
Okay.
I think if I'm not mistaken, no, it might be everyone. I don't use it a lot. I really don't because there's actually, besides Booyah and Ouch, there's a whole sub thing in the D-pad that it communicates exactly what I want to do all the time.
You know what's fucked up too? As much as we just complained about all that stuff, I still love this game and I'm playing it a lot.
No, Splatoon is fun. It's just
like the core idea of the game itself is fine. It's just all these little details and like things that you would just assume would be, you know, it's like it feels like common sense to have these things and to not have it just seems blasphemous at this point.
It's just I brought it up because like right out of the blue.
But that's our typical emotion with Nintendo. We like love and hate them, and it's like it's always simultaneous with those feelings.
Yeah.
No, just like out of the blue one day this week, I just texted Joe in a series of just text messages. I spammed him with all kinds of F words and Nintendo involved, and Joe was like, probably like, what happened, and he probably could have guessed what happened. Yeah. And I was like, I'm boycotting Nintendo.
Just done.
I didn't. Like 2 hours later, I was playing again. But
that's how it always goes.
And then later that week, I bought this. So.
Right? Yeah. The only Nintendo shareholder at the table. No, but I think the other night
I bought this though. I'm helping the shares. Don't worry.
But I finally I leveled up. I think after last week's podcast, I got to ranked and I played a few ranked things, and then I think I texted you and said like, because I saw you were online. I was like, oh, how long are you gonna be on? And you're like, oh, I'm like another hour or something. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll jump in. Are you doing ranked? Yep. He said ranked, and I'm like, I can't join you. And then he's like, all right, I'll try joining you. Nope, can't. You just can't join each other in ranked.
Salmon run.
That's fair. That's fine. But
it's just still like
we played Turf War. Like I enjoy going back to Turf War because it's not a thing in ranked. So
I know.
It's a nice mix up.
But it'd be cool if we could play. Whatever. We'll do League when I get to B- one day.
That's a grind. Let me tell you what.
I know. I know. Splatoon 2 is real good though.
Yeah, no gameplay, sound, superb.
Yeah. We had another thing we all played together, but before we do that one, I played a little Tekken 7 last night.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Sandeep's for a little bit, hung out, and he fired up Tekken. I never was a Tekken man. I just never played a bunch of them.
Yeah, this one's really different.
Even I wouldn't have anything to compare it to. Just never.
Okay. I don't know if you play any of the older ones. Or...
No, like I remember like E3. I watched you guys play a bunch of Tekken 3 when we were getting set up for something.
Oh, yeah, it's way different from that one.
But it took me a minute to get used to the controls because I'm playing it like I play Injustice. That's where my like muscle memory goes to. Man, that's a fucking good game.
It is. Yeah, it's very solid. It feels like it's very fluent.
Yeah, like once I got it going, I was like, okay, I get this.
That's why now when I play Injustice, I'm like, I feel like delayed with everything I do.
It's funny you brought that up with Injustice. That's exactly how I feel with Injustice.
Like it's like sluggish in its own way. Like it works for it.
Yeah.
But coming from another game to that, you feel that transition.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with Overwatch to Doom. Like I feel so slow, and I hate. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Overwatch. I only play because my friends play.
Right.
But when I play Doom, I'm like, oh
yeah,
God mode. And just,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. Like I had to. You're right. Like my fingers had to catch up. Where I was just like learning.
Which was it on PC or
PS4?
Okay.
Yeah. And I jumped in, and the first character I did was Akuma. I was happy that you could.
It's just Street Fighter controls.
You could still do Hadoukens and Shoryukens. I was good with that. And then we just kind of ran the gambit, played through the whole roster, and just fucked around. And then did a little bit of story mode, which is fucking stupid. That is such a good story.
It is.
You say stupid as in stupid
good?
Okay,
yeah. Like, because it's they don't take it seriously. It's all tongue in cheek, but still with its own like dumb, fucking dumb.
I remember like because me and Dean played the shit out of Tekken 3.
Yeah.
On PS1.
That's the one we and Mark played.
Yeah, that was a banger back in the day. But I remember the story just being it knows what it is.
It was hard to follow what was canon and what wasn't.
Yeah. But each character has their own thing, right?
Yeah. But like some endings could be like everyone had their own endings, but I don't know if the older ones were like, oh, this is like, it makes you feel like if it's a true ending or not.
Okay.
Like certain characters would carry the story, so it's like if it was anybody from the Mishima Zaibatsu, like that would obviously be more canon than these other ones that were kind of silly or whatever.
Yeah. It seemed like
this is tying all that together. This is putting all in one thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of cinematic. Kind of not. It worries about the story more than the gameplay because you have those shortcut controls you can do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do inputs like like a
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's certain people,
Only in story mode.
yeah, like if there's
Oh,
certain people
okay.
you're not good with, you just want to pull off the signature moves with ease just to get through that level, then you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminded me of Twisted Metal, the story, like where it's just like fucking goofy.
Did
like
you beat it though?
no, we did
Okay,
like 2 chapters.
Because like by the very end, you're like, oh man. So
oh
that's why he was a dick or whatever. Like that's
yeah,
why
I was waiting to
yeah.
find out. Like I was like, because at the very beginning,
Because hey, Heihachi's an asshole. That's
Yeah,
how,
the
that's
very
how, that's what
beginning-
everybody grew up with knowing. But when
Yeah.
you play this game, you're like,
It's questionable.
that's, yeah.
like you actually you kind of you grow to like him.
Now, did you do the Akuma fight in
Yeah,
story mode?
I did everything.
Okay, how? Because Standeep went, cool, I think you're getting the hang of this game. This is like 3 matches in. After I won like 1 match against him, he's like, cool, I think you got the hang of this. You should try this. And he goes to the very end of the chapter select,
The special chapter.
and it's the special chapter,
fucking.
and fires it up, and I'm like, all right.
I think I
like,
put it on easy mode just to get through it. But before that, hours of frustration.
yeah, because I remember when he
'Cause-
was doing it, he texted me and was like, fuck this game,
Mhm.
fuck this fight, and he sent me a YouTube link to it, and I was just like, how the fuck?
The AI is ridiculous when it comes. Like Tekken has ridiculous AI. They can eat up so many moves without them getting staggered
Oh
or
my
get
God.
interrupted,
It's
and then they just
ridiculous.
annihilate you.
And all he was doing, like, so if you leave too much distance, he's just like Hadouken all day,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
just, and you can't block, like, and he's throwing them at a perfect thing, like perfect interval where when you jump over the other one, you can hit. If you manage
you
to
just
miss,
have to learn a combo and spam it as best
That's-
as you
that's
can.
how
and
he
then, like,
said he beat it,
sidestepping.
I just bail. Oh yeah, I didn't know how to sidestep when
Just
threw
double
me into
tap
that.
up or down.
I know. Now a couple
But,
matches
like,
after that, I was like, how the fuck?
Because after a while, like you start to understand their rhythm, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
then you just got to be patient. It
Yeah.
sucks.
So like who was it? Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat. That
Yeah.
story mode fight is it like that all over again.
Worse.
Worse.
I think worse. Because Shao Kahn I got through in like a half hour. This probably would have taken me longer. This is fucked.
Oh yeah.
Fucked.
Yeah, we're like we kind of have like a small group of us that are really into fighting games. Like ever
Mhm.
since Evo,
Mhm.
I've been playing the shit out of Street Fighter V.
Mm.
So I kind of like there's kind of a split now. It's like some of us want to get the new Dragon Ball
Yeah, yeah.
fighting game. For me though, I'm like when it comes to like the really fast games like that and like Marvel vs. Capcom, I get like dumb.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
don't know what's
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
halfway through. I'm just like looking on the screen trying to like
I'm too busy with just focus on one character.
Yeah.
That's
But
why I like.
but I do like the speed of those games.
Yeah, no, it's
So
definitely
if I
fun.
could just be one person, just like kind of King of Fighters, where you just get a handicap, where it's like
Yeah,
you're like the equivalent of those 3.
Yeah.
but that's like another skill you have to also learn with those games is like just keeping up with the
Yeah.
speed of it.
You see that Dragon Ball game. I think I'm gonna get it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
get
yeah,
it.
I'm getting
gonna
it.
get it.
Someone that does not get fighting games, and I feel like
Plus,
because
I
I
love
never
Guilty
play
Gear,
fighting
so-
games,
Guilty
I
Gear
can
was
train
fun,
my
yeah.
brain to do all that shit, and I might be good, and I might be at next year's Evo.
See, but I'm split though because I kind of really want Tekken 7.
You should try Tekken.
I think I'm gonna
It
end
just
up with
looks really
Tekken at
good.
some point this year.
It is pretty solid.
I mean, chances are I'm gonna get both. I'm probably just
Yeah.
gonna get all of them. It's just the thing is like especially with fighting games, it's kind of like shooters. If you want to get good at it, you have to play.
You
that
really gotta
one.
get. Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
why
mean?
like when I jump into anything besides like I got good at Injustice, and when I go to something else, I'm like, bleh.
Yeah.
Like I bought Street Fighter 5 at Christmas, and like I'm garbage at it because I'm not playing it the right way. I
Yeah, because each fighting game is its own.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
its own thing. You know.
All those systems
Yeah.
and stuff. Yep.
Tekken's good. I'll pick it up. At some
Who's your
point.
character? So far.
I don't know any of the waifu characters, whatever the yeah.
Um,
No, there was one I got really good with Zhao. I don't remember.
Mao Zedong?
No,
No, that was a joke.
I don't. Zhao something. You know what I'm talking about?
Is he a new guy?
It's a girl. It's a lady.
Not the robot.
No. Oh, she's dope. The Russian
Yeah.
robot.
Yeah.
She was probably my favorite. I don't remember her name, but she
Yeah,
had pink
Russian
hair,
robot.
which
Mrs.
obviously,
Ovechkin.
like, I scanned through
Chainsaw
the,
arms, shoot them off
scanned
like
through
missiles.
the roster, and I went, all right, pink hair. Ah, boom, got it. Found the
Oh,
one.
I know who you're talking about the Asian girl.
Yeah,
She's all like,
yeah.
yeah, I like her. She's cool.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
a veteran since like the first one.
Yeah, she's real
I
good.
forget her name though. Yeah, it's like
It's
something like that.
XIAO something.
It's like Zhao Yu or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, she's really good. I like her. I like Steve,
Steve, that's my favorite. Is Steve the fat one?
the boxer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. I
Paul-
did
Paul's fun too.
the
Yeah.
Russian robot against
Gunjack. or- That's
the fat one.
oh Bob.
Yeah, fucking
I love
Alan.
his names. Just
That's
his first.
Just Bob.
and like this guy he's like
Throwback.
he's sweating cold cut sweat. Like that's all he is. And I'm like a tiny little lady with pink hair and chainsaw arms, and he's just, yeah, it's great. It's really good.
That's cool. Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah, eventually. Because
the thing I like about Steve is like he doesn't kick. He kind of does if you're like getting up.
Oh, he's like the legit
animation.
boxing character.
But his kick buttons are dodges.
Oh, weird.
So I can dodge weird different ways. My favorite is when somebody's trying to like, come over me. I do like a bend back real quick and then just like sock them like right in the face and they just fly across the screen.
I don't think I played him at all. I go with all the lady characters. One final thing to wrap up now playing is taking us 2 hours to get through.
It's a lot of playing going on.
Yeah. We played Hitman this week for the first time. There's a video on the site, and I can, spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot more videos of Hitman on the site. Hitman from 2016 is a game that I wish we would have paid more attention to in 2016. But holy shit, did we have fun.
If anything, this is probably a more perfect time, you know?
Yeah, because it's all out now, and it's fun. So right now, I think all platforms, PS4, PC, Xbox One, you can download the training facility and the first... there's 2 levels, basically. There's a boat, and there's an airport.
I still want to know the context of those people.
If you play the story, you
It's more
kind
like
of
a hangar base.
Hangar.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they're like like they're not real places, and it's just like, are these guys hired actors? Are you agents?
Right.
Do you know what you're getting yourself into? Do you know did you sign a waiver for this?
Right.
You can
Did
die.
you play Hitman? Do you think it's taking itself that serious sometimes?
Yeah.
I like context.
But what's great about it is like they're just little, and I don't know if any of the other games are like this, but this one in particular lets you go. So for example, we go to a boat, and on the boat you have a target you have to kill, and there's a generic path you can take to go A to B to C and kill this guy and get out. But along the way, you could try a different weapon, or you can get a different disguise, or if you stand in the right spot at the right time, you'll hear 2 people talking to each other, and you'll learn about a different opportunity to kind of find a different way in. And there's so many different ways to navigate through a level, and then after the fact, you can go back in and you can find, like, you can do alternate targets. There's different people
Escalations.
Escalations. And yeah, so we played a bunch of it. And then Matt and I played more. One day after work.
Yeah.
It was like, well, this seems like a good thing to do. And then played more of just fucking around and just... You got to get the hammer.
Yeah, that's rule
If you
number
don't have the hammer, then you're not doing it right. That was the best. What is it, 28:59 or something like that?
It's around that mark.
Yeah.
I think 20 minutes in.
It's just perfect. Matt's running through, got a hammer, and then just what happens if I boom, just like that.
Yeah,
game.
I give him a rule. It's like you can use the hammer, but you have to throw it only.
Yeah.
You cannot just swing it.
Oh man, yeah, we
Thor mode.
full Thor. I don't know what else to say about that. You guys can talk, but that game is just fun.
I think I love the ragdoll animations. Like
yeah.
that poor
that one-
security guard
yeah, that-
has gotten hit with that hammer so many times, but every time it's a different animation. I think I laugh harder every time he lands.
And it's like non-lethal, my ass.
And
Like, you
I
should
know.
be in a coma.
Yeah, there's no
That is brain damage. That is
the
like
best. Matt did one the other day, and the fucking guy like he hit him just like. Just, like
Took a second.
So for the viewers or the listeners, it looked a lot like when you kill someone in GoldenEye 64.
Yeah.
They kind of just sit
Their
there.
arms
And
go
then, yeah.
You see, I compared a lot of if anyone's played any of the Fight Night games, like
Oh,
when
yeah.
you knock out someone, their knees go weak and they like vibrate all the way down. That's been this poor security guard every time you hit him with his
fucking
hammer.
guy. It's so good.
that guard like ejaculated when you hit him. Like
Yeah.
that's how hard you hit him. Like he's just
Oh god. And
he needed a
then
cigarette.
like well, especially the more and more we played it, we have this. It's the hangar level. Me and Joe, we kept doing the escalation, so I think we floated into that level like 30 times. It felt like.
Yeah. We did
Like
a lot.
so, we had our own little thing to actually get into the hangar, and it required like climbing up a pipe into the window. But Joe laughed at the Agent 47 climbing the pipe, and then when he does this like weird animation where his hands don't use the wall,
He doesn't use the wall to walk. He just kind of like
uses
shimmies
his
side to
legs.
side.
It's very smooth.
It's
It was good. The escalations are cool because you do. It's basically like okay, A, and you need to kill this guy, And then you do that, and it's like, great. And you unlock B. So you go to B, and it's like, kill that guy while dressed as this. And you're like, all right, I can do that. And you do that. And it's like, C. Kill this guy with this while wearing this, and then do B, and then A. So you've got to do all... And eventually, by the end of it, you've got to do very specific run of the game. And it's
That's
just
cool.
Oh, it's fucking cool.
Is it on Steam? 'Cause I'm looking
yeah, I
right
think so.
now and I can't find it. Like I mean, I just typed Hitman,
Let me see.
and it's only showing like the old school ones.
Should be Hitman 2016.
Which one? Just
Just
straight
Hitman.
Hitman.
Just straight
oh,
Hitman.
okay. Oh, I thought that was like
Yeah, it's
like
one
the
of those,
Hitman
like-
bundle. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those like reboot games where they just use the
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
So the game itself is a
Like Doom.
it's right. The game itself is it was episodic, so you can get the free chunk right now. But there were 6 areas after that. And you could buy them each for $10 a piece, or you buy the whole thing.
The season pass.
The season pass
kinda
for
thing.
regular game price, $60. And there's bonus content too and stuff. But
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, and even like again, like we already got an hour's worth of video content out of just the opening area. Plus, you and I played for like 2 hours that night, just fucking around. And we still have more that we can record.
Yeah,
videos,
I don't think we
video-wise.
touched the boat level.
No, not
No.
one bit. Like we spent another 2 hours just farting around in that. Like there is some fucking content in this game.
So
I'm gonna have
then,
to download
like,
it.
and that's the thing with the end episodes is like you play this prologue, it is 2 episodes, and they're on the smaller scale. I've seen most of Paris. I feel like at this point, just from different YouTube videos, that palace mansion thing is massive,
Yeah.
and there are all kinds of opportunities to take out the target in that, and that's just
I would love.
One
one
target.
level, and that's $10. Like
Right.
I would love for this to be like a multiplayer game where you other people have to blend in.
Hitman 2.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
there's a game like
Spy
that.
Party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a game we should play.
Assassin's
What-
Creed.
That
Unity?
sounds a lot of
What?
fun.
Yeah, like one person's a sniper, everybody else is like mixed in with like AI characters. You just like move around and blend in with them, and
that's
the
cool.
sniper has to find.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
That's what Assassin's Creed Unity should have been.
Yeah. Hitman's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good. Like we need to schedule a little play date for this week.
I know I stressed that first hour of Prey. I stress that you play the prologue of Hitman, the free portion of it.
And even that, like, play the prologue, and it's going to walk you through, and it's a very guided experience, which is fine, because you get to learn the basics of the game. Don't stop there. Go back in, fuck around.
Yeah, don't spend money yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
don't spend money yet. Like, really, go back in, find that hammer, and take that shit to the end.
I mean, the hammer only run. It's out there.
That's where we're getting. That's what we're
That's
building
my
up to.
submission to
And I told-
ABDQ.
I told Mark
Hammer only
that
run.
we need to, when we start doing this, we need a TTH counter. Just time to hammer. Like, how long does it take us to get into a level, find the hammer, and hit someone with it? And that's what I think we're
That
going to
second night, I had 2 hammers. I had ammunition because we found a second hammer like, right in that area outside of the hangar.
Mm.
So I had 2 hammers. I was like double fisting hammers. It was great.
That's the ticket. Cool. That was now playing. It's time for show and tell. Show and tell we do every week where we come together, we find something cool that we found on the internet, and we bring it here to talk about it, just like kindergarten. Did you guys hear about the Metroid amiibo?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it seems that in Metroid Samus Returns, that game you bought your 2DS XL for, there's a hard mode, and there's a fusion suit based on Metroid Fusion. You can only get those by
Best one.
scanning. Yeah,
We can talk about that later.
Zero Mission's the best game, but Fusion Suit's the best suit. You can only get this stuff by scanning the Metroid, the actual little squishy Metroid amiibo in the game. Period.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it?
That's cool. I mean, it's because I don't know any like I don't get amiibos. Like I can't. So whenever
Okay.
I hear like any kind of feature, I'm just like, oh, that's pretty cool.
So here's what's cool.
Yeah.
That they've got something exclusive to that amiibo. That is fucking cool. Because otherwise, I've got a bunch of these that I can't do shit with.
Yeah.
You know, I bought the Wii Fit Trainer one because you gotta have it. But literally, the only thing I can do in that, the only thing that lets me do is scan it into Smash Brothers to save a custom character. To
I know that's all. That's the only kind of amiibo feature I know about.
and
is
that's
that.
it, right?
Yeah.
But having something cool and unlockable, like there are certain like in Splatoon 2, I got something unique because I scanned a Splatoon 2 amiibo in there. Cool. In Breath of the Wild, I think Breath of the Wild does it perfectly. You get cool costume. I know.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get the same random ice arrows.
You get the same random ice
day.
arrows.
You have to try again
I
in
know.
24 hours.
But
it's a good idea.
In a way, right? By scanning the Smash Brothers link, you get Twilight Princess gear. By scanning the Wind Waker one, you get Wind Waker gear.
Yeah.
By scanning the 8-bit link, you get old school NES. That's cool. This is cool. However, amiibo availability, that's where this is not cool, right? If you can guarantee that I'm going to be able to go in any Target, in anything, or on Amazon, I can go anywhere and get this fucking amiibo, great. But knowing how the rest of this shit has gone, where like the ones I got, like I don't think I have any amiibo that are particularly rare. There's a few that I've got that I got lucky on, a few that I imported from Japan, but like
it's a good thing that these are optional things and it's not taken away from the core game.
It's not, but I love the fusion suit. I'd love to play through the game in the fusion suit. I don't know what hard mode means. I don't know. I don't know how hard it is. I don't know how hard the regular mode is, but I don't know. I think it sucks because like there is in Splatoon 1 there was exclusive content that you could only get through that. I don't remember what it was.
Scanning certain amiibo would get you certain gear, and
I don't even know if it was gear. I thought it was something else.
I thought it was skins, maybe?
I thought it was like a special level or something.
Because it came in like the double pack, right? For the amiibos?
Triple pack.
Oh, the triple. Okay.
Yeah. But there was something you got in there, and whatever it was, I remember like I could never get the fucking Splatoon amiibo because they were always sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
There was something you got specifically for the Squid one. I think that's what it was. And the Squid one was only in the 3-pack.
Okay.
And it was $36 for that fucking thing.
Damn.
Now they can't get rid of them.
I know. So it's cool, but it's also a little like, one, he's never going to fucking buy an amiibo. So Matt right there is not going to be able to play.
So you don't buy amiibos?
Fuck no.
I don't either. I can't. It's too much room.
I only get specific ones.
Yeah,
My friend is collecting them though. What?
Me too. I only get the specific
See,
one.
but that's gonna be a problem because I mean I would love to just have Ness because he's dope.
Yeah.
But I know once I get Ness, I'm gonna be like Samus though.
I know.
He looks dope, and then Sonic, and then it's gonna turn to 4 shelves. So that's why I'm just like steering clear from it.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah. It's hard though. It's hard.
Yeah. I don't know. So they did announce other amiibo functionality. The brand new Samus amiibo that comes in the 2-pack of Samus and the Metroid, that one unlocks an extra energy tank and a Metroid 2 art gallery when you finish the game.
That is probably something that should just be on there already.
Zero Suit gets you, if you have that from the Smash Brothers series, gets a bonus energy tank and sound test mode, and
they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I'd rather them do that though than hide a whole game mode behind it.
And Samus from
Agreed.
Smash.
But like a sound testing is usually just part of the options.
Yeah, in Genesis games.
You know, like
the Samus.
That's true.
Samus, regular Samus from Smash Brothers, gets you a missile tank and concept art when you finish the game, and then our squishy amiibo friend gets you the thing. Yeah, it's not great, but again, I'm gonna buy it anyway, right? So I think if we do it this way, right, you're gonna buy them, right?
The newest one.
The 2 new ones.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have the Metroid one.
All right, so that gives you at least 1.5 people at this table that would buy it. If we're all 4 buying the game,
The pre-orders already went up for it.
I know, and I fucked up. But if we're all buying the game, and at least 1, if not 2 of us are buying it, it means that you guys could at least access that content. You're not totally locked out because you just go to a friend's house and grab it. The question is, will we be able to obtain that without? But you remember what I had to go through to get Ness?
Saying because Ness is still fairly rare, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you're able to obtain it, just like get it online somewhere and?
Yeah, I mean, like, easily am I going to be able to get this thing? Because that's the thing is, it's cool to have this downloadable content. It's cool to have whatever.
I feel like you will, just not day one.
Yeah, we'll see.
because of hunters and
Right.
scalpers.
That thing, this is my problem with it, and it's not even me being me. Like, there's that digital deluxe edition,
Right.
or whatever. So those people, or was it $10, $20 extra
Something
for
like
that?
Yeah.
They're going to spend $10 to $20 extra, and still not have this mode,
Right.
and still have to buy that thing.
Right.
What's in the deluxe?
It's like it's a different art cover.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details because I'm just gonna get the basic ones. I didn't look into
Right.
it too much,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, I feel like it's those people that are gonna get ripped off on this.
Yeah.
It's because you buy that edition to kind of at least get the initial season pass. There's multiple ones, and this is a piece of content that's gonna be their day one unlockable. They now have to buy something else on top of all this.
Yeah, the weird thing is that like a lot of these, if you, from what I read, it was like unlocked when you scan the amiibo after you beat the game. So you already have to beat the fucking game to get half of this stuff.
That is a cool Metroid keychain. Sorry.
That's what I was just looking at. Yeah, God, I'm gonna pre-order it just for that.
That's just just dumb. I don't know. Like I'm already doing a thing to get me there. Why not reward me for doing the thing that I did?
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can see that. I like what Matt said earlier though. Like at least it's not a whole like huge feature. Because then like
It's a
that
game
would
mode.
like a whole game mode.
you're
'Cause
locking
I
out
would
the game mode.
I would legit be pissed off.
Well, hard mode is right. Like hard mode, you're that's gated.
But at least it's not like extra, even like extra scenes or like
Yeah,
a special section of
Twilight
the map.
Princess did
You know what I mean?
Twilight Princess did that.
Oh, in
for
the
Wii U.
tower.
The,
right,
the,
right.
the Wolf Link.
Yeah.
Unlock that.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, when you
You
bought
can get it with the game.
right
yeah.
when you bought the physical, but if you bought the digital version, that was the fuck thing about that is they didn't sell a standalone Wolf Link amiibo for months.
They do now, I think.
They do now, but
the Twilight Princess Wii U version. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
So when you bought Twilight Princess physical, you got the game and the amiibo all for one price.
As soon as they announced it, I pre-ordered it.
Right. And that amiibo unlocks. It does something in game, but it also unlocks a specific like tower mode where you're
I mean,
climbing a tower. It's challenge mode.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a
Um,
dungeon layers thing.
You could buy that game day one digitally for the same price that you were paying for the physical version plus amiibo. You were paying digital price, full retail. They did not sell a standalone version of the amiibo. So the only way to get that amiibo within the first like year of that game's release was to buy it with the physical version of the game. And it again gated a whole. I don't know.
That sucks.
I don't know. Amiibo's cool, but there's good and bad ways to do it. You know, I think
Yeah.
the Breath of the Wild way to do it is fine because it's like really like you can find some cool costumes in that game without needing the amiibo. Having them gives you something extra. That's kind of cool. And from what I understand, there are random ways to get that gear in the game without the amiibo. Maybe I'm mistaken by that, but it's all yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
mean,
know.
you don't need the amiibo. You can just go on like Etsy or something and get custom made chips, and
Yeah.
Scan those.
Even cheaper than that, you can go to
so that's another alternative
no, but even cheaper
for
than that,
people
you
who
can
want just the functions of the amiibos and not the amiibo themselves.
you can go right to Micro Center or your local Radio Shack. That's a joke.
They
wow.
don't exist.
You could get an NFC chip, a regular $4 or less than that, 50 cents, and then you can go from your computer or your phone and just say, "Hey, send this data to this chip," and then hold it near your controller. Like it's not.
Okay.
You can make your own amiibo, so to speak. It's a couple Bing clicks away.
Looks
And-
like the special edition just has a soundtrack.
Matt is just not amused right now.
Well,
You
I
just-
hate Bing. I
Yeah.
hate Amiibo. I hate the fact that you're locking difficulty behind a paywall. It's not good.
All right, what don't you hate? Tell me, what'd you find this week?
Well, I hate this, but
Oh, okay.
for some reason, Metal Gear Solid 5 got a random patch.
Why not?
Because, Konami just does not want to let that game die for
Right.
some reason. No, they added, there's for those that play, there's a mode where, like, you can attack, like, other users' mother base, because building mother base in that game was a big deal. You can go ahead and infiltrate it and, like, either, like, steal their soldiers, steal their supplies, stuff like that for your own thing. And, like, it's something you can opt into. It's not something that, like, you have to do. I never got into it, but yeah, Revolver Ocelot is now a playable character in that, and he has his own little abilities and stuff. But that's fine. It's just like, why a whole year later? Like,
who's working on that? That's what I want to know.
not Hideo Kojima.
No, not at all. But like, how long have they been working on it? When did that start? Did they
That's
just
like with Nintendo and Animal Crossing, that amiibo update.
Yeah,
so
but like,
I mean, fine, but what?
there's no bad blood.
That's
with
true.
that.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
This every time Metal Gear Solid 5 gets talked about in some new way, it doesn't feel good as a
No.
fan of the series. I'm rubbing my hands. My hands are sweaty, not because I'm gross, because of this, but I just let this game be what it is. There's all kinds of stories. I never got really to the end game part of it, but there's all kinds of stories that the end game plot doesn't make sense because of all the production issues that ended up happening towards the tail end of that game.
Yeah, some of it was left unfinished.
Yeah, and like if you're gonna patch anything in, it should be that. But even that, who knows
They
what
probably-
Kojima touched and didn't touch, and that wouldn't feel good to anyone either.
Yeah, no.
So at this point, just kind of let that game be what it is and move on to that fucking. Try to make that good. If you make that good and somehow survive, I'm talking Metal Gear Solid
That's still one of
Survive.
my friend's favorite games, though.
Yeah.
5 is good. No, it's like I didn't get to the end game stuff with the plot and stuff, but playing that game is awesome.
Just all the shit you can do.
Yeah, it really.
Kind of like with Hitman, you know, there's certain ways to just go about everything.
I didn't say while we were playing it when we were recording, but I got some 5 feelings playing that game. But no, it's really fun to play. It's just I don't know, like you had to go searching for the plot, which is fine. That's it's not like the other games where it was just delivered and delivered and delivered. But if it's from the sounds of it, the end of that game, even if you went looking for it, it still didn't make much sense. But it's just weird that they randomly put this out a year later, and I don't even know like the last time it was patched before this.
Yeah, something's happening with Konami. Like,
I don't know what they're doing, but
Bomberman even got those
Bomberman-
updates with those other characters.
Bomberman got updates. Bomberman did really well.
Yeah.
This Castlevania Netflix series now.
I feel like
Patches
things
things
are just
over
kind of getting somewhat reestablished.
Maybe.
That's
Until
'cause
Survive comes out.
Usually, like when the vibe I get when a company does like a late update like that, it means like something's around the corner.
Survives
Yeah.
around.
But-
Doesn't Survive this holiday.
I don't know.
But like it's Konami though. I mean,
It doesn't.
who
it's
knows?
not
Who knows
good.
what the hell's going on there
Well,
other than Pachinko?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
It's like weird. This is a weird correlation, but like THQ is kind of.
Oh God.
Nordic.
But here's the thing. So THQ dissolved, and Nordic Games bought a bunch of IP from them. In the last year, they've become THQ Nordic, and it's only a matter of time before they drop the Nordic part, and it's just fucking THQ again, right? So, but in a way, like THQ's survived its own demise. And they're starting to come back, and like Darksiders is coming. They've
Yeah,
got something
3,
else.
yeah.
They're doing other things. I don't know. I wonder what Konami will.
It's very interesting.
I mean,
And Konami. Here's the thing. I follow Konami on Twitter, which I know is not indicative of some great success, but every day they retweet things from people, and they're like constantly going. Unless they just have it set up with a fucking bot, but they're like talking about obviously Pro Evolution Soccer. That's like their big.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
But they always do the Metal Gear stuff. They're always tweeting about Metal Gear stuff. They're like, and they have like an active social media presence, which is weird, and it hasn't slowed down. Like, even amidst all the weird Kojima shit, they were still like, "Sup guys, buy Metal Gear."
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because that doesn't sound like that's what the guys at the top are saying.
Did you follow
it's
Hideo Kojima when he was still in Konami on Twitter?
on Twitter? No, I didn't start following him till later.
Till after it, because I
Yeah.
told Dean about my brother, because I followed him like probably around when I first got Twitter, and
I
he
think I
Yeah.
was following him too.
all he would post was either food he ate
Mm-hmm.
or something like Metal Gear related,
Do
like
you-
a Metal Gear statue,
do you ever
or like a
follow-
movie he's watching.
Did you
That's
follow
it.
like the joke account? That was like a Lego version of him.
No.
Oh, that one I did follow.
That one's pretty funny.
Well, now all he seems to post are pictures of his $1,100
I still follow.
Walkman.
Yeah, I still follow him.
Which one, they still make Walkmans. 2, they're $1,100. And 3, Kojima loves his. Yeah, fucking, I don't know.
He was giving that shit. That's Sony. They're all holding hands.
Yeah.
And fuck it.
Yeah, they're BFFs even more now.
God bless them though.
Yeah. Mark, what you got?
So, let's get back on this Nintendo hate train.
All right, here we go.
Well, not really.
All aboard.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's just rumor bullcrap, basically. But there was a little issue with people who were pre-ordering the SNES Classic Edition on Walmart's website.
That was fun.
They got all taken down. People were hating Walmart for it. Walmart is currently blaming the manufacturer. They didn't say Nintendo, but their excuse for it is that the manufacturers told them to pull it down. So I don't know if that's just them just making up an excuse.
I call bananas on this one, and here's why.
It's probably it smells sketchy already.
Target did the same thing last year. What happened was, at least with Target's case, Target said, yo, you guys want this thing? Pre-order it. And then everyone went, all right, we'll pre-order it. And then they went, oh, shit, they didn't tell us how many we're getting. Fuck it. Never mind. Fuck it. Backtrack. I think Walmart just did the same thing, where they were like, you guys want it? Cool, pre-order it. Oh, shit. We didn't.
Guys, guess what? We're talking about Walmart on our
Yeah,
podcast.
they're not really good.
Congratulations.
Their customer service isn't the greatest, so you can only take their words with like a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Did you guys try to pre-order it?
No, I saw it go up.
I
and
didn't even
went,
know it was available.
Every once in the blue moon, I scan Amazon, thinking like I got it that half an hour, but yeah.
Because I don't think I'm gonna buy it. But I was at a bar with my girlfriend, and her brother-in-law and my one friend texted me like, what was it? 11:30 it went live.
Yeah, something like that.
They were like, SNES Classic up now, go. So I was just like, me drunk. I was like, oh my goodness. So like I go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I go to Walmart.com. Log in my credentials, and it's like incorrect password. So I'm like, I'm probably fat thumbing it because I suck on touch phones.
Yeah.
So I do the forgot my password thing, and then I finally get it. SNES Classics in my cart. I go to checkout now, like 404 error, and then went back to Walmart.com, all sold out. And I was like, dude, that wasn't even like 5 minutes.
Like, that sucks.
But
I mean, in the end,
yeah.
It's like someone just took it out of your car. Like,
Yeah.
right. That's the digital equivalent
It's like
of
Black
that.
Friday or something.
But yeah, that.
This is gonna be a mess.
Yep.
It's gonna be a mess.
I saw it pop up. I saw it on. I follow Wario64 on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, Walmart."
I
And
still have
was like,
some kind of connection, so I still might be able to get some maybe.
We'll
This is
see.
the one I want, so this is gonna hurt when I
SNES
don't get
Classic?
it. Yeah.
I think we'll be okay, but
I have people that work in retail. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was a bad thing, but. All right, Ben, tell me something happy. Bring us home.
Bring
Well,
us down.
I don't know. It makes me happy and probably 10 other people in the United States. But
Not Joseph Lieberman.
no. Actually, it's funny you brought that up because there's a part of that.
I know.
Are you guys familiar with Night Trap?
Oh yeah, the Sega CD
Sega
Classic.
CD, Sega 32X.
Yeah.
It's getting a re-release,
Mhm.
but like this one, it popped up about a year and a half ago on Kickstarter,
Interesting.
and it failed.
Yeah.
And basically,
No, it failed.
come on, only 10 people. You can only go so far. But
Did you back it?
So I mean, it didn't matter anyway.
Right.
So basically, this guy, he was a musician, and he was bored because he also has like a game development background, and he just was like, "What happens if I ported Night Trap with HD?" And he did it as like a fun thing, and like the original guys that made Night Trap were like, "Yeah, let's do something." So, so now it's official. Last week they just announced it, August 11th, for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
That's close.
PS4 is getting two types of physical copies.
Yes.
It's through limited run games. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys
yeah.
are familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
So once it sells out, it's gone, unless for some reason we're
okay,
like,
yeah.
hey, let's do these again.
Limited run, for those who don't know, it's basically, it takes games that the developers or publishers would otherwise not make a physical copy of, just because it's
A lot of
digital
indie
only.
stuff.
A lot of indie stuff. A
Yeah.
lot of small whatever. But limited run then makes physical copies of them and issues them. There's a couple other companies like
Yeah,
that.
like I had a weird collectors of Hotline Miami.
Right.
Like,
Oh, that's cool.
Everything is
That's
white
cool.
with red blood splatter.
Yeah.
But now you go on Devolver's website and you can get it in their store.
Oh, really?
Because they had such a demand that they have some now.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. Like, they don't just make the physical copies. They'll do cool
They do
stuff
cool
like that.
things,
You
yeah.
know, it's not just a PS4 disc in a case and a booklet
Right.
or whatnot. So PS4 is getting the case. It's just this. It's actually really cool. Because it came out on Sega CD and Sega 32X, and both had different covers.
Mm-hmm.
The cover is reversible.
Yes.
So, because first when they announced it, people were like, "Fuck, I gotta buy 2 of them," and the guy was
Right,
like,
right.
"No, we're making reversible, so you don't have to do that." And
That's
we're like,
good.
Good.
That's real good.
The limited
Yeah.
physical copy. It's what it like the reversible cover comes with a patch of the scat. It's called scat, by the way, the police team,
Right. Of course.
and a Night Trap poster.
Oh, nice.
So, thing with that is they're only making I think 5,000 copies of it,
Holy shit.
and then the PS4 physical copy, the standard one, it's not going to be as much either.
Yeah.
So your boys are going to work real hard, because I'm going to be at the beach that week. It's going to be August 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's already like when I type in the words Night Trap into
Yep.
Bing, it pops up and says Night Trap eBay
Yep.
immediately.
Mm-hmm. Because I actually had it on Sega CD. Because I was also one of the 10 people in the U.S. that had a Sega CD.
Yeah, and I didn't hear about it till way late.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the most controversial games.
Yeah,
only
like,
because they're like, the rape scene. It's like, no, there wasn't anything. Like, it was very campy and, like, tongue-in-cheek. But the cool thing is, he keeps announcing extra features to this game. So, as a Night Trap fan that's been waiting years for this to happen, I'm, like, melting inside.
That's awesome.
So, I know I'm not going to be able to get the limited one. I'm still going to try, but no matter what, I'm going to get the physical copy at least.
Yeah.
On
Well, you
PS4.
said it yourself. You're 1 in 10 people that that care about this. There's
Yep.
5,000. Sounds like ample
I
opportunity.
know. Well, it got delayed because he posted it and he was like, "Holy shit, people actually want like
Right.
it's more than
I
5
can't just
people."
half-ass this.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it
Has a
got
cult
delayed so they
following.
can make more. Yeah, it has a really strong cult following, and the challenge is, like I said, it's coming on PS4, Xbox, and PC, but they're trying to get it on the Switch because in that court case,
Right.
it was what was it? What the hell was his name? The guy, Nintendo president at the time. I only know because of Console Wars.
Andrew
It's on-
Lincoln.
I want to say Andrew Lincoln, but I keep thinking the Walking Dead guy.
Oh
That is his name.
Yeah.
Andrew.
It's Andrew something. Not important.
WK.
Andrew WK, yes.
Andrew WK. Yeah. President of Nintendo. Andrew WK.
But he, in that court case, he was like, Night Trap will never come out on a Nintendo console. So the challenge is he's trying to like knock on Nintendo's door. But you know, Nintendo is very hush-hush about everything. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Howard Lincoln.
I think that's it.
Just like, I mean, if we can get if Sonic can be on there, why not Night Trap?
Mm-hmm.
We can make it happen. That would be fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
I would buy it on Switch.
I think I would buy it on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to buy it on PS4.
Not exactly related, but I kind of want to play Her Story now.
That's another one that's on there. I bought it because it has a Night Trap
Mm-hmm.
vibe to it because
Yeah.
it's full motion video game.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I love
Is that
it.
on
I love those
Switch?
games. Her Story?
No, I have it on Steam.
Oh, okay.
But it's been in my library, but
So I first saw it
wanted
on
to play it.
iOS.
That's if there's trademark games that Her Story is a BG. That's a Ben ass game.
No, I wanna play that game.
Did you play it?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
I saw it and I was like,
Yeah.
Ben's got this.
Yeah, I do own it. I just haven't
I
played
don't know
it
why
yet.
I was thinking of when you said Night Trap, I was thinking of Snatcher.
Oh, what's the difference?
Okay. Okay. Snatcher, that's another game I hope that gets a re-release
Yeah.
of some sorts, but it probably won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially more so now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing Wonder Boy also.
Yeah.
Limited run. I'm just looking through some of their
That looks
stuff.
really good too. The Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Mark
reboot.
played a bunch of that.
Yeah.
I have it on Switch.
Um,
I follow that artist on Twitter. He's like French or something.
Oh, the art in that game is just awesome.
He has like his own like comic series and all that. And,
That's awesome.
I think they're working on Monster Boy next or currently.
that'd be dope.
Are you on the Limited Run website?
Yeah,
right
now I'm just lost in here. Which is, I
There's
shouldn't
some
be.
games they release on that I've never heard before.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happens. But yeah, it's a cool thing. I think like fan gamers gotten into doing some of this stuff.
I Am 8-Bit is another one.
I'm 8-bit
Yeah,
does them.
yeah.
That's where I got the Hotline stuff from.
Yeah. Fucking dope. Yeah, I'm excited for Night. I've never played Night Trap, so
Don't expect a lot out of it.
no. But you know,
It's one of those games I mean, for me, I'm gonna comes out. Everybody, leave me alone. I'm gonna play through it all night.
Right.
But if for those who haven't played it, it's one of those games when it's like Friday night pizza party type game.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly
You know what
what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's
something,
the
it's
perfect
something
game
you
for
want
it.
friends to see.
Because it is
Yeah.
so it's so stupid
We can have our own slumber party.
and like dumb, and
Right.
like the acting is horrible. What's Dana Plato or Plato?
Yeah.
She's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very tongue in cheek. It's all the above, basically. It's really stupid, but it's awesome.
I'm excited as fuck. 'Cause it's all weird vampire shit, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Vampire cops. What more do you want?
No, it's the cops that are trying to get
Stop
the vampires.
God, sorry.
It's vampires, so it's all good.
What more do you want? That's- Fuck. Yeah. All right, that is good news. Bring us home. And bring us home indeed. That's going to be the end of the episode 208.
It's a lot of episodes.
That is a lot of episodes. We've done a lot. It's almost been 5 years. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Is that including what was it?
Yeah.
What was it before?
Well, we had the Game Fart was the first.
Game Fart. I remember Game Fart.
And then Foreplay. Just after
That's
that.
what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreplay. The best part about Foreplay was that I came up with the name because there were 4 of us, and whatever. And I wanted something
right there, right?
quick and succinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, history around here. I didn't think at all about Foreplay. And then once I pitched it to everybody and went, guys, I think this is a great name. I think it's gonna be good. We should go with Foreplay. Everyone went, oh, I get it, like sex. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, well, I've already come up with logos and shit.
That happened with me with like gamer tags.
Oh yeah.
I had a name. I was stupid and like, oh, memes are cool, and I had Balls of Steel because of Duke Nukem.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Halo 3 though, I was asking to get teabagged by everybody,
Yeah.
so I had to change it.
So I had a friend, his first gamer tag was D's nuts.
Yeah.
I ended up, we did that, and then we realized there's a very, very famous jazz quartet called Foreplay, and
Okay.
maybe not very famous, but they're more famous than we were. So
Famous enough.
our SEO was not great. So yeah, and then ultimately it just made sense to call it the Free Cheese. Yeah, there it is. Well, so right now on the website, if you've not seen our Hitman video, we had a lot of fun recording it. I assume that if we had as much fun recording it, you have as much. If we had fun recording it, you have as much fun watching it. And then like you both said you've gone back and watched a bit of it, and like you were saying that like you're laughing at the same time that you're.
I'm laughing in the video.
Yeah.
The part towards the end I thought was funny. We were just watching like the cinematic trailer playing,
Yeah.
and then during that trailer, he's throwing a hammer in slow motion, and we're just like, oh!
All losing our fucking minds like that. That was so much fun. And then just from Matt and I playing the other little bit afterward, like I can tell this is gonna be a thing. Like we've already like planned out that. It's good
MLG
stuff.
coin flips.
Yeah,
That, like,
yeah,
we're good at the game now.
We got some stuff. So more on that later. Also this week we've got our new cover story hitting. So August 1st, new cover story going live. I'm gonna keep it a surprise. Well, you'll see what it is. I'm making hand motions because I can do that, and you can't see the hand motions because you're listening and you can't see, but we know what's happening. But yeah, August 1st, come back to the Free Cheese. Everything will be flipped over to our new cover. Cool stuff to go on with that. But don't forget, we had coverage all throughout the month for Lost throughout July. You can go back and read that. What else we got? Matt Never Played Shovel Knight, parts 1 and 2 up on the site as we speak. I think it's everything. We got more stuff coming. We tried to get a Splatoon video going, but the day we went to go do that, servers were down. We couldn't do anything, so that was nope. But yeah, well, stuff. Thank you 1,000 times, Ben, for coming and
Thanks
hanging
for
out.
having me, guys. This was awesome.
It won't be the
Yeah.
last time, for sure.
Now that I'm back too.
Yeah, that was the thing. You've lived in a different country for a
Yeah.
very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben's been in New Jersey for a few.
It was a trip.
Yeah.
It was a wild 3 years. It was supposed to be a year, and it ended up being 3 years.
Yeah.
So.
They have video games up there?
Dude, they have. I don't mean to drag on the podcast, but they have a thing called Yestercades,
Ooh.
and it was just an arcade, and it's right across the street from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
I went
because
there
my work
when I
was
was
like
there.
down the street from there.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a cool
Were you near
cool area.
Were you near the puppy store?
Yeah, actually was. Yeah. It's in Red Bank. It's Red Bank, New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I went to the convenience store that Clerks was.
Yeah,
Shot.
the Quickie. Is it the Quickie Mart? Is that
The
what they're
Quick
called?
Stop
The
or
Quick Stop.
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's something.
But people were like looking at me weird because I was taking pictures. Like the project houses across the street. Some little like redneck kid was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Are you Fabio?
my hair wasn't this long then.
Yo, Fabio.
Hey, February.
Look, Mom, February's taking pictures of that 7-Eleven.
Get the ugly girl out of here.
Oh, man. No, it's good. It's good you're back in here in this good state of Maryland. And good we finally got you in an episode.
Yeah.
You've been listening forever.
I have.
Like, you've been listening since,
Like I said, I brought like the foreplay stuff.
I know,
so,
yeah. You've been around. Like, Ben...
I'm sorry. No.
Ben's been the one that's like been most vocal about feedback and stuff like that throughout the years. It's been long time coming. So thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You know, listeners.
Yeah, right. If you want to send us some feedback and maybe get your ass on a chair inside of my basement, I don't know if that'll happen. Ben also has the that 15 years of knowing me kind of thing that worked in our favor.
Seniority kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can send us stuff, podcast@thefreecheese.com. Questions, emails, etc. All we kind of get there now is fuck me and shove me on a dick. I got another Twitter thing.
Have you really been getting those kind of messages?
Oh my! I got a thing I was at work the other day and I got a pop-up that said like that someone liked one of our things we posted, and it was like a very simple, harmless name. I was like, oh, cool. I wonder who that is. And I click on it, and I'm in the break room at work, and it's just a fully nude woman. And I'm like, okay, yep, great. It's like people behind me, and
Almost,
shit. And I'm like,
almost
yep,
there.
all right, well, all right. And and I clicked through just to see. I had to know, and it was all the same things that we read on that one famous episode of just like.
Oh man.
I like dirty language boys. You will be my fuck. Sure. All right. Great.
Sure.
If you want to tweet at us, your fully nude selfies, it is at some...
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll throw it out there, man. I almost got myself a car, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Mark is at Aug_Mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. Ben is at Sev Benz. S-E-V Benz. I am at The Free Cheese. Instagram, Facebook, freecheese.com. That's everything. That's the show. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, listener, for hanging out. We'll see you next week.